Excellent. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Mesa, the Incirrina, and the Delta between them. I'm your GM, Blaze Masterson. With us today are Oddward Friendry.
Howdy. I am playing Montgomery T. Corbier, a human rogue with a few tricks up his sleeve.
Skoo.
Hello, I play Chips Keswick, the Eladrin rogue.
Blood Ted.
No, I play Salmon Squawkins, the Mute Ranger, and his very angry bird.
Universal.
Hello, I am Universal. I play Delta Badhand, a half-orc sort of fighty man who, he's Delta Badhand.
Oh, I just got that. I didn't really.
Fanatical.
Yeah, I am Fanatical. I play Bon Aford, a gnome sorcerer who basically picked up sorcery while doing a stage magic show. So yeah.
Peleus?
Hello everyone, I'm Peleus, and I am playing a gnome lore master wizard named Whatever You Want. I know things.
Wait, what?
I said it. My name is Whatever You Want.
So can we call you Peleus?
Absolutely. You see, gnomes traditionally have names that, dozens of names, each one given to them by a different person. So my character's actual name is Whatever You Want, but you can also call him Whatever You Want.
Is it whatever you want in Gnomish, or is it whatever you want in Common?
All. Yes, and.
Yeah.
I'm going to call you U1 as a tribute to Guitaroo Man.
Okay.
Now, is it whatever we want or whatever you want?
It's whatever the person who's currently asking him what his name is wants.
I was just going to respond with Whatever You Want.
This is going to be a horrible recurring joke in it.
Mm-hmm.
This is just, oh god.
It's already recurred too many times, to be frank.
We have two
And
gnomes in this
Vir
campaign.
please introduce yourself.
Hey, I played Davern Trunk, the human cleric.
Excellent. Now, what are you a cleric of?
I'm a cleric of Bilius, the god of hangovers.
The
So Davern-
God.
Davern has devoted their life to just tending to the world's miserable, the hungover, the regretful.
What is the difference between an O-god and a normal god?
Well, when you normally invoke a normal god by going, great lord of whatever, you always invoke the oh god of hangovers with oh god.
What's his name again? So that I can
Bilius.
provide proper reverence. Bilius?
Bilius.
Bilius, the oh god, which I ripped straight from Discworld, but
All right.
Nice.
it's fine.
Oh God, Bilius!
Yeah, it sounds better.
Righto.
Sorry for that.
No worries. Try not to sneeze into a mic. It's no big deal.
Lean away from the mic to sneeze.
Just from a hygiene perspective, you don't want to do that. All right, so let's get the show on the road. Flash, there's a bright flash of light in your eyes. You guys are all.
Oh god!
Gotcha. Good.
Ouch.
Right. So at this point, you've got these are you see that there are a couple of imps that are chained to a desk. They have just shined a bright light at you in order to draw the best possible portrait of you. When you see their finished work, you realize that these are templates for wanted dead or alive posters. If you are ever seen in Thanatos again, they will simply make copies of these and distribute them everywhere. So this is to let you know you are no longer welcome here, my friends. And what you've been accused of the arson of a bar. Wait, where's Zoe?
Would
We're
that be a
supposed to have
bar?
Zoe here. Yes, it would be. It would absolutely be a bar.
We just missed one.
Wait.
We're being accused of arson.
Yes.
Jesus.
Ben Barson.
no.
Ben Barson, the talented surgeon with gifted hands. All right, so
Son of
Uh,
Bar.
yes. And you see the proprietor of the bar kind of sweating as an officer browbeats him to pick one of you from the lineup. He can't do it. He can't do it. He didn't see enough last night. You guys have all been kind of ripped from your homes and accused of this crime. You have got various relationships with the crime that are dictated by your secrets. Your secrets, just as a reminder for everybody, are not to be spoken of out of character. You can reveal them whatever you want. Some of them are intended to be revealed like this very episode, and some of them are intended to be revealed at a later time. Zoe is about to join us in just a moment, I think.
Wait, all the secrets are connected to the crime?
No, not all of them. For example, there's one which is I am two dogs in a trench coat, and we are not allowed to disclose that one ever.
Which you just did.
No, but he didn't say who.
You
Right.
said I am.
Yeah.
No, I said that,
That's the name of the secret.
yeah, that's the secret. Is that I am. I personally, Blaze Masterson, and in the game, and
What?
I am two dogs in a trench coat.
Is that why you're so
Who does?
damn adorable?
That's why you guys love me.
Why his camera is off right now.
That's why you guys love me so much. Wow.
I think by the end of the session, everyone here will be joke jail worthy. Just
Oh, this always happens.
Yeah,
don't
that's a
worry
given.
about it.
Yeah, that's
That was the actual crime we committed.
yeah. I'm glad we're not. Yeah.
Oh god, we don't want to
out-
be sent to joke jail. Like nobody gets out of there ever.
No.
Never.
Right now we're out of the joke jail industrial complex. We're free here. We're all free men and women here. All right. So you are now being like roughly led. As I said, you guys kind of your houses were sort of busted in at the crack of dawn. You had a chance to grab something, but whether you can hide that from the authorities as you're going into the processing portion, that's going to be up to you. So let's talk for 1 second. Let's go back to this lineup. Because we did all do introductions, but I want us to describe our character visually. In addition to kind of the pictures that we have, I want you guys to say, what does this lineup look like? We are lined up in order from Odd to Veer, kind of the same way as is on the Roll20 screen. So Odd, how does Corbeer look?
Corbeer is a he's a, let's say, about 5'8", slim, sort of smoothly moving. He when he goes somewhere, it's straight from one place to another, no wandering about. He's got a quick hand, quick eye, and a quick voice. He's got those nice little sleeve garters, obviously, because fashion is key.
Classic. Do you actually slide cards up in there? What's the deal?
Sometimes maybe coins that belong to other people. Switching out wares. So he's a traveling salesman, primarily in elixirs, but also little odds and ends and knickknacks that he's picked up in his travels. And it would not be surprising if he showed someone a rare, valuable trinket, and then after they have paid him for it, somehow it gets switched with an item of lesser quality.
Ooh, that's slick and rude. You're a con man, eh?
Hey.
Excellent. Let's hear about Chips Keswick. Is he truly as swashbuckling and dashing as he appears in this picture, Scoop?
Yeah, sort of. Mostly dashing, but there is. I was gonna say, like his graying hair, right, is a hint of his imperfections. He's not perfect. There are flaws, and some of those will become apparent as we play, hopefully. Which I'm not gonna obviously divulge right now. But aside, as appearances go, I picked this picture very specifically because that is how he looks. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, he is. He has a Eladrin background, so he's quite old, but not. He wouldn't look, like an old human would at the moment. But the graying hair is another nod towards that.
Silver foxish.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
On an Anderson Cooper tip, right? All right, so Sam and Squawkins, let me ask you a slightly different question. Did your hawk get to come into the building?
Which building?
The police
Prison?
building, yeah, the police building that you guys are in as you are getting the line up. Was the bird?
Was he caught?
I mean, your home was busted in early in the morning with like basically a SWAT team, heavily armored group of folks that just kind of grabbed you roughly out of your bed, shoved you into a lineup first thing in the morning, and that's why this whole thing kind of starts with the flashing in your
Well, I
eyes.
guess he wasn't caught, was he? He's still out there searching,
Sure. Okay. If he's
plotting.
good, excellent. So Squawkins is just like kind of roaming around, and you are mute, and you're being like manhandled by these cops.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sam looks like a very thin, pale, sickly-looking, worried teenager, basically.
Fucking owned. Is he? How's this dealing with his psychology? Is he freaking out? He's young.
It's impossible to tell. He just has a constant look of worriness on his face.
All right. Introducing Zoe. What's good?
Hi there.
Hello.
So, yeah, my character is pretty much it's chilling. They've been through this problem before, and they, their body language suggests that they have a plan essentially.
Cool and collected in the face of.
Yeah, well, they are quite old, but they're not the sort of person you suspect to be a criminal type. I'm about 50, 5'3" in height, and yeah, actually, I had a question about this whole like the way that we got here. So we're I assume we're wearing clothes.
You are, yeah. You are wearing kind of the first things that you could grab from bed. You were roughly roused from sleep at about 5 o'clock in the morning, prior to dawn, and the first real exposure to light that you have is the flash from the imps that are taking your portraits and pre-templating wanted dead or alive signs with your face on it. So you kind of get the idea that if you were to try and stay here, you would run into some problems of the old bounty hunter variety.
Fair. So yeah, just wearing like a full body robe, fairly simple, with basically like sash with a belt.
Now I'm looking at your picture here. Can the other players see your face?
Yeah, I'd assume so. If the basically if the lawman can see if is gonna like make wanted dead or alive pictures, they're gonna be able to see my face too. So that's like I guess a necessity. It's I've got wrinkles, grey hair, and
okay,
it's like a short pixie cut.
Okay. So I think that disqualifies you from being two dogs in a trench coat. Now that we've seen your
That's what
face.
you think.
Exactly. All right. Good.
You're
Good.
some
Mask,
clever
man.
dogs.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well-
the hair is just like pasted on. GM, are there any rats about?
Are there any rats about?
Oh.
Which, if you want there to be, there is. Yeah, this is a kind of a dim facility. They don't treat their prisoners well here. It's a little
Yeah,
dystopic.
There doesn't have to, there doesn't have to be, but okay, that's good. Are we still doing introductions, or can I speak to other characters?
Let's finish up our visual introductions,
Okay,
and then
sure.
then you guys can take your actions as you are. What's going to happen is you're about to be hustled out of the lineup and directly to the prisoner transport. There's a police officer, kind of a drill sergeant, sort of in your face. He's refusing to give any identifying information about himself, but he's more than ready to shout down anybody in his way and threaten them with violence. They're all heavily armored. Okay. So now we've got the visual introduction from Yami. Universal, hit me with the visual description of Delta Bad Hand.
So Delta is this half-orc gentleman. He is unusually old looking for a half-orc, because half-orcs don't live that long. So yeah, he is just sitting there in his in whatever incredibly poor clothing he could cobble together. And he is just a mass of scars and has this really sour hangdog expression on his face most of the time.
Oh.
And if he was allowed to, he would have some like small bone charms, like on a necklace around his neck, on like a leather strap or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
teeth and bits of bone, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I think he'd be allowed that.
Yeah.
Nobody would really want to get too close to a half orc anyway, because they'll bite your hand right off.
Right off.
Everybody knows that. All right. Fanatical, give me the good visual details of Bon, s'il vous plaît.
Right. So yeah, Bon is like a little bit under. Bon is a gnome man. He's like a little bit under 4 feet tall. He's looks very, very nervous, but he also looks very, very dressed up. Apparently, everyone here grabbed the first clothes they could
Mhm.
from where they were staying. Bon only has one pair of clothes, and those are his stage clothes.
I love it.
So yeah, Bon has his little performing jacket and pants that he performs his magic tricks in, and so it's got all those little frills just all over his sleeves and all over the sides of his pants. His clothes are very tattered. They don't look like they look like they've seen a lot of action very, very recently. But Bon himself does not look like the kind of person who is very acquainted with the lifestyle that would end him up in a prison. He currently looks very, very nervous. He's kind of fiddling with his hands behind his back and just casting prestidigitation and practicing some of his little magic tricks, which he does when he gets nervous.
I see. All right, Peleus, what is your little fella?
Hello. My little fella looks a lot like his image, actually. He has slick back red hair with streaks of gray in it, but it also has like ink splotches coursing through it from when he has raked his fingers through his hair. His fingers also have ink splotches, and most of him actually has that. On his back is a giant tome, which has encyclopedia written on the side of it. And also strapped to that is a smaller thing that looks like a book, which is actually a backpack. He has a bandolier that's covered in pens and a hip flask containing ink. And his belt is sort of covered in belt pouches containing notepads, one of which he's currently scribbling on furiously, just pleased to have new information to write about. He wears a vest with sort of a white shirt underneath and tight pants and boots. Oh, and of course he is bespectacled.
Now, how tight were those pants?
Whatever you want.
Hey.
whatever fits the fan fiction.
They're so tight you can read his horoscope.
What?
I don't even know how to interpret that. Oh yeah.
As an aside, I forgot to adjudicate with this you earlier, but I have the find familiar spell, and at some point I would like to find a familiar.
Okay, you might be able to do that a little bit later. I think that requires some material components, and my friend, material components you do not have.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, but I love you. But it's okay.
That's
Unless you
okay.
want it.
You have to have I think you have to have a brazier. You have to have Fraser Crane.
Standing over you.
Yeah, I need a brass brazier and some material components: charcoal, incense, and herbs.
Yeah, you ain't got no charcoal, son. Think about it. Focus.
Oh,
Get your head in the
shit.
game.
Damn it. Okay. Thanks, man. Just keep me on the straight and narrow.
All right, Veer, how do you look?
I look furious. Like I've clearly been dragged out of bed at the crack of dawn, which is when I usually go out and, do my work.
Right.
Tend
you
to
gotta help
my
people.
flock.
Yeah.
Plural, I just kind of hit up all the bars. And I've settled, it's she, they. It literally just came out with this. Has, just looks like really, really mussed, sort of shoulder-length brown hair. But eye bags, clearly not been sleeping too great, but, that just kind of comes with the job. And is, yelling at the officers the entire way. This is an outrage. I'm busy. I'm trying to help these people. I've never been accused of any kind of a crime. This is nonsense. You'll soon find out all of these charges are completely fabricated. And you see on a chain around Dad's waist is this little silver bucket, which the officers are kind of going, you can't bring that. And she's going like, try me. Because this is a holy symbol of Bilious, O God of Hangovers. And just like refusing to go anywhere without this bucket.
Yeah, eventually they
It's a mini bucket, I should mention. It's sort of like mug sized. It's not full sized. That would be
That's fair.
silly.
Yeah, the guards try and take it away a couple times, and you kind of
You kind of like fight.
They realize that you're basically gonna hurt somebody.
Yeah,
so
she's
and it's
like
a
very
fucking
short.
bucket, so
She's
whatever.
Like 4'11", but she's got some muscles from like just hauling sleeping people out and putting them in the recovery position. So like it's like a good workout.
Yeah, they kind of give up after the second or third time trying
and
to.
She's like, well, this is just going to be easier if we let you take this bucket on the chain.
Yeah, it's a fucking bucket. Is kind of the stance that they eventually take. Like this is not worth scrapping over per se. So sure, keep your damn bucket. So they kind of line everybody up out of the lineup. Again, you are marched down corridors of like a fairly dank building, unpleasant to be in. And you are hustled out onto a dock, kind of a station, a platform, and a train has been stationed here for some time. And I'm going to let you guys know about the way that the geography of this place. So if you think about this continent, on the north side is Rothica. And that is the city-state of like a very large area of frozen waste, more or less. But they are on the sea, and they have two things to offer the rest of the continent. Number one is fishing. Ice fishing out there is great. They get enormous hauls of great fish in. They are responsible for feeding probably a quarter of the continent through this means. Number two, it's a frozen wasteland. Perfect place for a gulag. Perfect place for prisons where you want to get that person way the fuck away from you and never, ever, ever see them again. Ever. Now, in between Rothica and Thanatos, where you are right now, which is basically a green paradise but run by jackbooted authoritarians, is the desert, the Mesa. And there's a city there called Red Mesa. It is atop a butte, which is, of course, a plateau, and it is the landmark from which it can be seen from anywhere in the desert. And you guys, you lucky prisoners, you get to be on the first expressway train direct between Rothica and Thanatos that doesn't require a stop in Red Mesa. This is an expressway, and it's been negotiated by these two city-states to kind of cut out the middleman of Red Mesa, which is sort of a lawless trading town, but because it's the only place where you can sleep and get supplies, it's pretty necessary to use Red Mesa as a stop between these two cities. So this little expressway represents kind of a gigantic step forward in negotiations between Rothica and Thanatos, but it's also cutting out the scrappy, lawless town of Red Mesa. So it's kind of fraught with some economics in here. Now, I say that you guys are the luckiest. Because, as I mentioned, Rothica only has two things to offer Thanatos, and those are fish and gulags. Well,
Oh God.
well, this shipment that just came in was fish that had been run over desert for 2 days. It is foul and briny. The stench runs deep into everything. By the first 15 minutes that you're on there, you've become saturated with the smell. You're now part of this fish, awful, nasty, stank nasty, and it's hot. It's already getting hot. It's noon.
I don't suppose anyone can press to digitate.
No.
What the entire this
I-
entire
One
It
foot
affects-
at a time. Very
It affects
slowly.
1 cubic foot at a time. Yeah.
Just enough for all of our faces.
I
Delta.
facilitate just a sphere around my head.
Okay, like an
Center
astronaut.
roses.
Like a little bubble of fresh air.
Yeah.
I'd like to get real close to that personal space.
Delta just shrugs and sits down in the corner. He's slept in worse.
Yeah. Yeah, Dad's like, it's fine, frankly.
So you guys are all shuffled onto this prison bus, or this prison train rather, and you're kind of directed to which cars you should be on. There are handrails everywhere. It's moving extremely quickly, so they're not very worried about you just jumping off. That would be a death sentence. So you've got a couple of cars that are set up to be residences. You're allowed to freely go between cars and trains. There's just not a lot of stuff to be done here. The head of the train is locked off to you. It's kind of the pilot, the conductor, the pilots, right? Are kind of chilling out up there. They've got their own separate living facilities, and they are extremely locked off to you.
Is it all interior passageways between cars?
Yes.
So we're being carted off to a gulag, right? Are we being detained in any way? Are we being guarded?
You are being guarded. There's a man named Ted Trawler who is overweight and clearly has no personal stake in this. This is he's got a shitty job and he's here to do the damn job.
I write down those exact statements onto my notebook, and I show my notebook to him, and I ask him to confirm that these facts are true.
Wait, I have a question. Can anyone cast levitate?
No.
That's third
a
level.
pretty high level spell.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, of course, yeah.
Are
See,
there
I haven't moved with D&D.
Like
Are
maybe
there windows
we could
to
use
the outside?
Featherfall. Does anyone have Featherfall?
No.
Are there windows to the outside, Blaze?
There are.
Oh, that's good.
Sam
So-
is just constantly looking out the window,
No.
like searching for squawkings. He's more worried. He's not very worried about being sent to prison. He's more worried about how many people are gonna die in this when Squawkins
Yeah.
gets here.
Holy crap.
By the way, what kind of train is this? Is it like steam powered? What is this?
It feels old, but it is propelled by magic. It is not steam powered itself.
All right. Bond is-
There's no real reason for technology to have gotten very far in a world where magic happens. This is basically a string of periapts of tensors floating disk, if you really want to think about it that way. But
You finally got to put your ID back.
I guess so.
So-
I guess so, actually. Huh.
Does
Maybe
it
that's
run
why
on
I did
rails?
this. It does run on Rails.
It's
What about
just
Ennons? Why not
I'm
It's
Ennons?
so sorry I didn't let you have that.
Oh,
it's
it's
just
fine.
miles of commoners passing our bodies between.
Yes. It's the peasant. Yeah, it's the peasant railgun where everybody can take the help action and propel the whole thing. It's on Rails. It's set up to be as safe as they could figure out how to do it, but there is, of course, an enormous amount of power generated by just in dragging something this large and heavy. So it's a little bit. It's not perfectly stable, right? This is the first generation of their technology. So there's that. It's not really intended too much as a community, really. So like there are windows, but it's more like there are slats in to kind of air everything out, like so that you don't
Mhm.
just literally die of shitty, stale, awful air. It's like the bare minimum to keep you guys like okay, physically.
Yeah, they're not they're not too much more worried about our well-being than the fish.
Exactly. And Ted Trawler sees your book and he kind of just shakes his head at you. He may or may not be able to read.
Oh, okay. Like I understand that he may or may not be able to read. Okay, I read it out to him.
What?
He says, "Well, hell, I don't think I'd say it like that."
All right,
Exactly.
how would you say it? I plan to immortalize you.
You're
Try it.
weird. You're weird.
You're weird.
I guess we all are a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Thanks for teaching me that lesson. Well, gotta skedaddle.
What? You're leaving? I
Bye.
haven't taken down more of your state. No, what?
And he goes off and he's trying to find anybody else to talk to. Is anybody going to help Ted out
No.
of this conversation,
No.
please?
I would maybe ask Mortimer, what are you doing?
What are you doing, Mortimer?
You talking to me?
Uh-huh.
Montgomery. Sorry.
Montgomery.
Oh,
Yeah.
Montgomery. Oh, why did I read that as Mortimer?
Well,
I am.
yeah. I was trying desperately to figure out who was playing. I was like, who is that? Okay, Mortimer. Yeah, hit me.
Shut up, Stan.
I'm sorry. Is Delta asking me this?
Yeah,
Or...
Delta is.
Oh,
Like
okay.
What are you scribbling at?
Oh no,
Well,
that was
I'm not scribbling anything.
that was Peleus. Peleus,
Yeah.
what's the name of your character? Can you
Oh,
put it
gee.
in your nickname?
The name of my character is whatever you want.
Right. Can you?
So hang on, could it
God
have been
damn it.
Montgomery?
He
It could have
It's
been Mortimer.
Montgomery now.
All right, he's Mortimer.
I'm
No,
gonna
he's
call-
Mortimer. Universal got it. He's
Right.
Mortimer.
Yeah, nailed it.
I was
Oh dear.
I think
I,
go for
Blaze
Davenport
was
instead
requesting
as
that
well.
Peleus and Veer put their character names in their usernames.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
Oh.
see how everybody else has kind of done that a little bit. So if you
Uh-huh.
head up to the cog in the upper right, you can do that.
But no, if Delta was like, if he did see you scribbling in a notebook or something, he would be.
Yeah. Let's do
what
this.
is that thing you're doing?
I am on a quest to create the world's most complete encyclopedia.
Sounds pointless.
I write this down. Tell me more about your feelings on this. Also, what's your name?
Name's Delta.
All right, Delta. Now, what is your age, height, sexual orientation, preferred color? And I just continue rattling on and on.
You don't get any more out of Delta on that. he becomes uninterested suddenly.
Delta becomes uninterested suddenly.
By the way, Teddy, you have to like actually maintain this thing now. Like, this has to be a thing that you have on your computer somewhere, a text file.
Yeah, you
God
do
damn it.
a lot of typing.
All right,
Mhm.
I accept.
Bond just kind of goes in the corner, like trying to be as far away from these people as possible because he doesn't know anybody here, and he kind of he keeps reaching for his pocket, but of course there's nothing there because he was quickly dragged out of the inn that he was staying in. So yeah, he's just sort of keeps going back to his pocket and just sort of fiddling with his hands again. Thankfully, at least he's not smelling this place, so that's a positive.
Dav is sitting in a corner, just using a corner of a shirt to try to like polish up this bucket. It's already very clean. And actually some of the metal's kind of being worn down. It's like cheap overlay on some wood, you understand? But it's kind of like a comfort ritual thing.
Damn. Everybody's getting committed to this prison life. Anybody want to make some pruno? You guys want to make some prison wine?
Did you say, does anyone want to make some porno? Because that's what I
Give
heard.
us, oh god, hangovers. Help us make some bad decisions that we may recover in the morning.
I'm
that-
spelling out what I said. Just to
Pruno.
Yes.
Okay.
That was not porno, sir. No.
Has the guard gone anywhere? Like he avoided the conversation. But is he like walking to another like?
Yeah, he's looking desperately for somebody else to talk to who's not like freaking him out real bad by writing down everything.
Like another guard or a prisoner? Does he
There,
actually want to be
there
talking
are
to
other
someone?
guards, but he's supposed to be here hanging out with you guys, making sure you don't get unruly, making sure you don't get.
I see.
I don't talk to him, but I do create the sound of the pig just around his head using the Druidcraft
Wow.
Yeah, I'm an asshole.
Yeah,
And-
wow. That's first world anarchist right there.
I look up at this guard and try to see if he's got, any of the signs of the recently hungover and see if I can talk him into the good word of Bilius.
Oh, he's interested in hearing the good word of Bilius. Yeah, absolutely.
You know who else is interested in hearing the good word of Bilius?
You can probably just like sidle up next to me as I go off on this like script.
Exactly.
Excellent. Yeah, he's down to talk to you about the script, and he even like as you're talking, he even offers you a bite of a sandwich.
Oh,
If you want
thanks.
some of that, yeah.
And I kind of take it. I'm like, that's very nice of you. Getting some salt, getting some nutrients, getting some good protein in your system is really important the night after.
Oh
Says
wow,
so
yeah.
here.
He's
And I
a
have
great
this like
tip.
little laminated. Actually, no, I did bring it with me, but I have this little laminated pamphlet of Bilius.
Oh, I wish
Just
you
got
could
it.
have had that. Oh, that's a shame.
Mm.
Dang.
It's all right. I've memorized it anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, tell me more. Yeah, here. Let's have a little fun little chat. And he's just kind of sipping on his coffee and breaking off some sandwich for you. He this guy's part of a really shitty system, but he's not. He's actually kind of more interested in the fish side of things. Really, like that's his kind of preferred cargo.
Pragmatist. All right.
Yeah.
How interested are we talking here?
Is he going to be like a convert to Bilius? Like maybe he's
Well, see, Bilius.
he's having a really interesting. Like he's definitely digging this conversation.
I'm
He could
getting
be a
really
convert.
deep into the backstory of this religious order, but it's sort of it's not really faith. It's like partially faith based, partially ritual based. You kind of have to be brought up in the ways of Bilius.
Oh, okay.
But like you can sort of convert. It's sort of like there's a difference between like sort of the sort of lay people and then the sort of priestly classes.
clergy.
The clergy, yeah.
People of the cloth.
People of the cloth.
And in that religion, there is a lot of bringing up.
And in their way, basically anyone who has ever been to a party has been at some time, has paid their respects to Bilius. Like,
wow.
Like everyone's done it.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's like whenever you wake up the morning after, he gains a little power.
Yeah, every time.
How do paladins work in this order?
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
I think they
like
actually
a boozy smite, right? Like they would use they would smite you with like the hangover, right?
You're
I feel
good.
like I feel like the deities of Bilius are very much sort of like you're allowed to go out and make bad decisions, like within reason. It's fine. It's kind of, and this is very out of character because Dab hasn't thought this deeply about her faith. But really, at its core, it's about the right to be forgiven for shitty things bad decisions you've made in the past.
Jeez.
It's almost like a god of mercy kind of thing, but
Well,
mostly
I'm
centered.
styling.
Yeah, listen,
Like-
I'm getting like kind of like troubled by this because the god you just created is better than any world religion I've ever heard.
So Vilius is the sober, is the unspoken, like primordial, older sober brother of every god of partying and like good times and drunkenness and intoxication that exists.
Jesus, I find this so much more compelling than actual religion that I'm having trouble getting like out of the guard's head here. He's about it. He wants to join your laity or whatever.
Yeah, that's
He's all-
cool.
He's all about it. He's going to start preaching the good word of cysteine and orange juice.
See, worship of Vilius can be really easily incorporated into everybody's daily life.
That's really true. He finds that beautiful too, because in that way, you're mixing the sacred with the profane. How beautiful is that? Wow, truly, we have created just a monster religion here. Great work,
The
everybody.
ultimate cleric spell for a cleric of Bilius should be the hair of the two dogs in a
Hair of
trench
the-
coat.
Oh man,
The secret spell is hair of two dogs in a trench coat.
that's not really accessible until you spent several years meditating on what it really means to be
Of
hungover.
course.
Level 15 or so.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, hey, we're gonna get there.
Anyway,
Right.
I'd like to
Um,
roll. Oh, sorry.
No,
I'd
on
like
you go.
I'd like to roll an investigation check on the carriage that we're in to. I have to specify something, right, for like weaknesses, because I'm basically gunning very slowly for a way out of here without trying to be.
Yeah, that's really reasonable.
Because
Go for
I've been, in terms of backstory, the smell of the fish is so bad it offends my senses that I've actually been making the smell, the faint odor of a skunk in my nose, just kind of like mix up that smell a little bit. So I will go ahead and roll.
Now, I'm going to say, I'm going to point out to the rest of the party here, there are two things that are relevant about the statement that Zoe just made. A, that's awesome. I'm going to get to that in just a second. Number one, Zoe did just reveal that her character has a very sensitive nose and palate, which I think again points to two dogs in a
Okay.
trench coat.
But she did only say she had a sensitive nose and palate. Not
Mm,
two sensitive
That's a good
nose.
No,
point.
I-
That's a good point.
I said it offended my senses.
Ah!
Oh.
All right, so we're learning important things. We might just have an important secret revealed on this very day. So the other thing I want you to remember about secrets is that you know that everyone else has a secret. Yes? Now think about the number of secrets that revolve around like breaking up the band or like arresting all these criminals or whatever, right? Like there are many of these. So I want to especially in a large group like this, I want to encourage paranoia and maybe some small level of distrust, even though usually you want to have as much trust as possible. So think about that. Keep that in mind. Ted Trawler is looking around. He's kind of the only Zoe. When you do that investigation check, you get you see that these slats actually have like a locking mechanism that can open them far enough that someone could squeeze out, certainly. You see that there are openings between the carriages that could be exploited in such a way that you could like jump off of the train.
I thought they were all interior.
I'm sorry? Oh, no, like what I meant was there was like tunnels between them, but like you could escape those tunnels, right? Like this is not if I'm fucking up that description, that sucks. But the idea is that yes, you can escape in the parts between the trains. It's just it would be a little bit tricky and it might draw some attention for you to like wiggle out. Like it's easy. It would be kind of like not a problem to wiggle out of somewhere. but the speed of the train is a problem, perhaps. You might be concerned about the train you're crossing, which you can see out through these slats is just cold, hard desert already. And you can see from if you're looking toward the east on the train that's heading straight north-south, if you're looking toward the east, you can see Red Mesa on top of its big, beautiful butte.
Is,
Like big buttes.
is Red Mesa particularly close?
It is the closest thing that you can see, but it's not really that close right now.
Or does the train getting closer to it though?
The train is getting closer to it, but will not come quite to it. It is a straight north-south. Red Mesa is off to the east of both Rothica and Thanatos.
Final question. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. No, you first.
Can we assume that we have our spells and things prepared?
Everybody has spell bullshit that they need. You've all got your magical focus or whatever. I don't want to try and make it that hard. I do want you to think about ways as magic users that you can. I've stripped all the melee fighters of their weapons, right? If you guys can come up with ways to limit your own magic users to be similarly kind of strapped, that would be, I think, an interesting way to begin this campaign.
What about stuff we snuck in?
Yeah, everybody snuck in a little something, but obviously you didn't sneak in a greatsword. You know what I mean? So,
I mean, you could say that we can only use our cantrips and we don't have our spells prepared.
Okay.
Speak for yourself. Oh God! Oh God, shall help me.
Yeah, Blaze.
I mean-
Could I notice Yami making that check? Was it obvious that she was looking around? Hello.
1 second. My wife is home.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that a very squeaky dog I just heard?
What was that sound?
I think we figured out who the two dogs in a trench coat
Okay, I have a question about that actually. So if one of the characters is two dogs in a trench coat, do they have two different HP stats?
I think for the
Theoretically.
purposes of ease of play, you can just assume they're a single. Like the other will be so despondent if one dies. I think they just can't function anymore as a unit.
Yeah,
And the
that's my question actually. Like, what if they're running across the desert and the dog in the bottom just gets tired and passes out?
What if
They're-
only the trench coat takes damage?
I think both
this
dogs are soul bound to each other, and therefore take damage.
as one.
Yes.
Are these dogs like Sammy's twins or something? Like they were
Well,
born
you also
this
need to
way?
remember that these dogs are leveling up. They're gonna have more hit points, right?
I want
Okay,
to
so-
know
Bulldogs.
how they do fine manipulation. That's what I want to know.
I mean, whoever knows the most about this is going to tip their hand.
Corvair, the answer is yes.
Blaze, I was asking you a question about could I see that the perception check? Like, could I see that she was looking around? Sort of
With
see
an
if she knew what
investigation,
she was doing?
with an investigation check of 22, Zoe gets to decide whether she was doing it. I think she was trying to do it as subtly as possible to avoid the guard. Zoe, you can
Yeah.
decide. You can decide if Fan spots you making this check.
I was doing it well. Yeah, with 22, I would say that I was doing it in a fairly subtle manner, on the basis that the guard was distracted by Dav and the good word of Biblius.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right, so we don't know that you figured this out.
And can I take this opportunity that the guard is distracted? I'm not particularly worried about my compatriots, but I'm going to turn into a rat. And yeah, I do that, I guess.
Yeah, just do that. That's correct. You're now a rat. Congrats.
I'm now a rat, and I want to go
Congrats.
Jesus.
and I want to go investigate the I want to go to the other cabins in the train, and because we could freely move between them, right?
You can freely move between them. They are all basically just like steel interior. There's no
Oh,
seating.
okay.
There's no real seating. There's no. This is intended for cargo, and unfortunately, today, my friends, you are cargo.
Okay. Okay. Can I get? Well, I want to go. I'm going to go towards. And see, the thing is, without being a steam train, there's no engine at the front for us to sabotage. It's going to operate much more like an electric train. So
it would. There is in fact a magic engine.
Yeah, he
kind
said
of
there
magic
were
engine.
engines who were
Magic
separated
engine.
from us.
Yeah.
Can
So you absolutely can sabotage that.
okay.
big-
Well,
But the interior of that portion of the train is locked off.
okay. Right.
Surely a cargo train would have large doors on the sides. Or on the top. I don't-
They have funnels that they use for the top.
For the fish. Yeah. Yeah. Can
Just,
I? Can I?
Yeah, you guys had to enter in through the top. There was a little manhole kind of situation through the top.
I think what happened there was that one of Bond's little frills got caught and got cut off, and he's kind of sad about that. Like that's the only thing that he can process right now. I think he's a little bit sad about.
Oh my God, your
that frill.
frills. Yeah. Speed
Like,
frills.
It's like the rest of it is too much, but like that frill, man, that frill. He had a name for it and everything.
That's a frail frill.
Yeah.
How big is the door into the room that we're in?
So you can traverse via either the manholes on the top of the cars, which are like really locked. Like these things are fucking pressurized, right?
Mm.
This is the way through which the fish get loaded. And then there are ways to traverse in between the cars. These are like little, it's like if you had a chain link fence around like imagine a train, imagine walking between the cars, there's a chain link fence between, like
Okay.
around that exit.
Would you say this chain link fence is about 5 feet wide and 5 feet tall?
That's just about right. Yeah, might be a little bit taller.
I'd like to point my quill at it and cast a minor illusion to make it look as if it's completely open.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
To check that that's not real, someone would have to investigate it closely and make an investigation check versus my spell save DC.
Okay.
Cool.
It has no. Does it have a visual? It has no verbal component, so I just do this silently.
All right.
Wow.
Okay.
How is
So is it?
how is
so you
Squawkins
made-
doing?
1 second. Let's let me try and figure out how you want to resolve this, Peleus. What are you trying to do with this this image of openness?
Just cause trouble. Ideally, someone would just slam into it out of panic.
Okay. Well, right now, kind of the only person really going between the cars is Ted Trawler, and then there is another prisoner on board with you guys, headed to the gulag, but he's kind of staying quiet, keeping to himself, and just sort of sweating in silence here in this. It's really brightly lit, even though there's only slits. Like you're going through like high heat right now. There's a lot of sunlight.
What does he look like?
He's got long red hair, and he is in rags.
Human?
Human.
Dad?
My dad. Are you my mommy?
Man, if I had spells, escaping would be so easy. I would just use Misty Step and look outside.
Long.
I think Scoot can do that.
Yeah, doesn't
actually.
Scoot.
Scoot can just do that.
See you guys.
Cool.
Are you gonna
Have fun
do
with
that?
that whole campaign. I'm out.
I have a question about this. I have a question about this spell. Does it not conserve velocity? This is very important.
Misty Step?
Like, is your velocity conserved? If you do this.
You teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that you can see. So I think
So-
it would immediately eat your velocity. You're just swapping positions.
Right. So Newton's first law just goes out of the window. Gotcha.
Magic.
Welcome to magic.
That's what I would say to your reasonable objection.
I mean, it's also like relative velocity. Like you're on a train.
So, it's conservation of relative frame.
Yes. So you're not moving in relation to the train, so you would not be moving in relation to wherever you teleport to.
Right.
Plus,
Right,
you're
gotcha.
teleporting to a space that you can see, right? So unless you're looking at a space which is moving, like if there was another train and you looked at a spot on that train, you could swap positions with the train heading in the other direction.
I think Misty Step might conserve momentum, or it might not. It's kind of hard to say, frankly.
There's only one way to find out.
Depends
I
on
think
well-
we
what
should
we're
just discuss this. This is
Everyone,
a
grab onto
discussion
me, and then I just leave because it doesn't work like that.
Oh my god.
Suckers.
Yeah, you would get inspiration for that, bud. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
What was I going to say? So, is anyone going to chat to this dude?
I would like to at least like size him up.
Consider him sized. He's a medium-sized human. He's just very chill. He's just trying to get through his time, you know? Like he's not trying to like do anything. He's just trying to like sleep or just kind of waste his time as efficiently as possible, I guess.
Was he in our lineup?
He was not.
Did he
He's,
board the train before us or after?
He boarded the train after. He was the last person to go on the train. It may or may not be related to the arson. You can't, but you certainly were not in the same lineup, so it's unlikely.
Question: Is
Mhm.
like are his clothes like you said he's wearing rags? Are these are they rags because they've been like cut, or like are they rags because they've been worn, or like
Worn.
Worn? Right, gotcha.
He's clearly not a man of means. He's got. He's not. It's possible that he's homeless because he is so poorly shaven. Right. He's got kind of a very deep 5 o'clock shadow, enough to almost be a beard.
I would like to approach this individual and ask him for his name, occupation, age, weight, sexual orientation, etc., etc.
He looks up and he says, "I'm lucky." What was the rest?
Wow. Okay. Let's see. Age, gender, sexual orientation, occupation, height, weight.
That's all. That's too much. Just call me Lucky.
All right, Lucky. Are you feeling lucky?
Always do. What
All
about
right,
you?
all right. Whatever you want.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Redheads unite.
Oh,
Can
nice.
I say that Squawkins is on the train? Because I don't think he can get here.
Squawkins will arrive at a moment of great dramatic impact.
Okay, sure. That's good enough.
Like
Could I? Yes.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that Blaze says that it's gonna be a moment of great dramatic tension. Like, I think what's gonna happen is he's gonna bait us with this, and it's just gonna like someone's gonna be taking like a bathroom break or something, and that's when Squawkins comes in. That's my theory.
Hey man, I got tricks up my sleeves. Like my name is Corbier.
Blaze, I would like to very obviously start to investigate every person, object, and structure in this room.
Okay, everybody around
Bam.
spots you investigating. You are able to ascertain the same things that Zoe was able to figure out, which are that there are ways out of this thing if you so wish. Like you can wiggle out and fall onto the sand at extremely high speed. It is possible to do that. You observe that. You observe what you've already discovered about Lucky. He's kind of like getting, as you're like peeking in on him, he sort of leans back a bit, like, okay, whatever. And then you see that there are heavy locks and like kind of a vault door on the front, the engine of the train, which contains the conductors or the pilots. Or
Is there any furniture in here with us?
there's no furniture, my friend. You are as fish unto them.
I pick up some little stone or a bit of debris on the ground and throw it at Lucky's head.
Yeah, there's
I'd like to try and catch it. Fuck this.
Not a damaging way, just like a, you know.
Don't throw stones at the red-headed people. Don't stone the ginger.
He's frustrated by that. He's like, "What? What do you want? You want something?"
Can I try to catch?
Why do you think you're lucky if you're here?
Oh, it's one of the. You know how they're big guys, and you call them tiny.
I don't get it.
Could
Huh?
I go over and sack tap Delta and tell him to check his privilege?
He's a half-orc.
Wait
He
a
can't do that.
second.
That's a little bit of tension. Here's a little bit of dramatic tension. Squawkins comes in and kills you both.
I'm tired of your characters.
You can
All right.
you can do anything. I mean, he didn't. Maybe it came across as wrong, but he wasn't trying to be like argumentative. He was just like, this is a way to get someone's attention.
How tall is Delta, by the way? Because
Quite.
I have an intimidating stature of 3'9".
Right. About. I wouldn't say I'm double your height, but you know, I'm not far off.
So
Yeah,
if I
half orcs are usually like around 6'6", right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm. Hang on.
He's pretty. I mean, he's pretty thin for an orc or a
They're
half orc.
usually
But he's tall.
2 meters. Let me use your mystical
There you
measurements.
go.
So for me, trying to high five you without bending over would be about appropriate for giving you a sack tap.
Yeah.
Or you could just
Yeah.
do a headbutt.
I think you would have to roll for acrobatics to do a headbutt.
No, I think he means head.
Not
into
to the butt.
groin.
Onto the
Yeah.
butt. Yeah.
Ah, right.
Delta just looks at you, shrugs, and turns his attention back into, well, inwards, shall we say?
I'll write down in my notes, Delta does not mind sack taps.
And is bizarrely cross-eyed. Looking in.
Jesus Christ.
When you gaze into the abyss.
So, Thingy, Lucky has been talking. Does he? You said he wants a nap. What'd you say?
Oh, he's just trying to while away his time. He feels like he's been busted and beaten down, and
Okay, so
he's going to go to the
does not
gulag.
look- it doesn't look like he's what?
He looks hopeless,
Okay.
just
Can
downtrodden.
did you say that we're the first criminals to use this train, like for this purpose, or
That's
has
correct.
this been shuttled before? All right, okay.
I have a very specific question, Blaze. Does Lucky look particularly dehydrated?
Lucky could do with a drink, sure. He's been sweating a lot, as I
drink?
mentioned.
Of cold, clear water that I cannot provide.
I throw another pebble at his head.
What do you want?
What are you in for?
What are you in for?
Burning the place down.
So it was you.
I'm not saying that. It's like
No,
that's
no,
what
I
I'm
know,
in
I
for, but you know.
I've cracked the case.
I'm amazed, Scoo. You've cracked the case. Actually, here's the problem. You've won, and now we don't have any more games.
Oh, this is awkward.
Oh, no.
I'm so
So,
sorry, you guys.
who's
I
GMing
spent a
next?
month. Yeah, I spent a month getting you guys hype, and here's
That's it.
damn. All right,
It was a fun hour.
right. So yeah, Lucky just kind of says, "It's some bullshit. You don't need to worry about it."
Okay.
And he's spent at this point. You guys have been on the train for like 12 hours or something like that. It's about 2 days. The voyage is between 2 and 3 days. You've been there for about half a day. It's coming down on afternoon now, and you still see that Red Mesa is a little bit north to you, and it's off to the east, as I said. Probably your best bet in terms of getting out of here is
I mean, if sorry.
you'd want to be at the point where you're at the right point on the north and south axis. Then you just have to travel east.
Okay,
what's the
so like
guard doing right
halfway
now?
through this journey.
You're a little bit less
Blaze?
than halfway, like a third maybe at max.
Yeah, Blaze, what's the guard doing right now? Like, is he still in the compartment?
Oh, he's swinging around his little police baton, but he would never hit anybody with it. He's just a old, overweight, kind of mustachioed fella. He's trying to reach his retirement years. Is what he keeps talking about, is how
Well,
when
he's
he
gonna die
finally
then.
retires, he's going to retire out here in Red Mesa.
Oh, we have to kill this guy.
That's where
Oh
I'm
my
going to
God.
live.
I stab him.
I've just realised.
Oh my God.
I snuck in a knife. Can I say that? I snuck in a knife.
I mean, you can sneak in something small, but
Well, a knife is small.
I feel like a knife is the kind of thing they would really be on the lookout for.
Did they take away any of my books or writing materials or anything like that?
I think they would be fine with basically everything, because a quill is not a good weapon, and depending on exactly how magical they are, fanatical, you need to hit mute again.
I was kind of thinking of not a quill so much as like pointed little bits of metal that I dip into my ink hip flask. But if it has to be quills, it can be quills.
You said quills, and I think that quills are probably more likely to get through this particular security screening, I'd say.
Yeah, you're trying to manufacture a shank out of a quill, basically.
Oh, I don't think I want to shank anyone with these. I will simply write down nasty things about them. The pen is mightier than the sword.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It is now
talkative.
What was that?
Ted has been talkative.
I think Ted is mute, right?
Oh, the guard.
No, yeah.
Ted
Sorry.
Trawler.
I did
This
that.
is gonna get confusing.
Damn. Yeah, I did that on purpose to engender. I wanted to have one character that Ted wouldn't kill. So I named Ted after Ted.
That'll never happen.
Now that explains it, 'cause I was wondering, you were like, well, they send fish on this train, so what can I call it? You looked around and you were like, well, there's Ted. Trawler.
Ha! Incredible. Anyway, Ted Trawler is he wishes everybody good night, and he goes back to there's a special carriage in the very back that he gets to sleep in. You guys unfortunately have nothing but a couple blankets. No. Well, if you want to try, but he'll probably figure out something's up pretty quick.
Because you said we have free reign inside the train, right? Like, I mean,
You've got free reign. You've got free reign. There are 3 or 4 cabins. There are 3 cabins where you are. There is an engine up at the front, and that is locked off to you with a big old vault door kind of situation.
Can I sneak in a lockpick?
You could sneak in a lockpick. That is potential.
Did Ted have any visible like bunches of keys on him?
He did have a couple keys on him. That he used to get into his evening train.
Can I lockpick the engine room door?
All right, it is basically midnight right now. You guys want to? Everybody's going to be able to see that you're lockpicking. Do you guys want to do? He's making a move, you know.
Well, just before you do, the way the trains are connected, Ted's just gone into the rear of the train, right, into a separate carriage. Is that right?
Mais non, monsieur. My understanding is that Ted is going up to the engine to unlock.
Oh, the other way around.
Correct, Ted?
Okay. No.
No, he means the guard again.
Ted Trawler.
God damn it!
I would use his.
Now I have to kill him so we can just stop messing this up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. His name is Robert.
Robert.
Rob Trawler. All right, so Rob goes to the back in where there's a kind of a guard station just for him.
Right. So
It's,
what I'm wondering is if there's any way to disconnect his carriage from ours.
There could be. It might be a little bit noisy because there's kind of a chain link fence in between, right? So this is keeping you from the coupling of the trains. So you'd have to get through the chain link fence and then undo the coupling, and you'd have to do that presumably kind of quietly so as to avoid waking him up.
Right.
You can try it though, especially if you have any ideas on how to do that.
How much noise does a fireball make?
Do you have fireball?
Firebolt.
Oh,
Yeah,
firebolt. Okay.
Firebolt, I would say, is a lot quieter. It is on the level of like foomph. Like you do you know what I'm saying? Like that is how
own Foley work.
That's how it would sound to me, is like I don't think it would be tremendously loud, no.
So if
And could it melt through the links and the coupling?
It would get them red hot. It would not melt through either of them at all.
Right.
Well,
make it
it
easier
would
to
certainly
get
help.
Well, that's me out of
Yeah,
ideas.
weaken it.
what if force damage were applied?
I'm sorry, what if force
Mhm.
salmons? Salmon.
Damage.
I was thinking salmon.
Force salmons, yes.
Force salmon can be applied as well.
Can force salmon be a D&D monster in this game?
Force salmon? Okay, yeah, let's add this.
Oh man, that's some cool fish that's coming from Red Mesa. Force salmon.
All right. Yeah, it's on now.
It's got quite a punch.
Just a quick question: force salmon's better or worse, or stronger or weaker than the Jurassic?
They are. Here's the thing that you don't know about salmons is that they're actually really big. That's how they get caught in the dolphin nets.
So
that's a joke about tuna fish. Let's
would a different type of damage change your opinion on breaking those? Okay. In that case, then if I see Ted going to pick a lock, I will create.
Surely acid would work. No.
I was wondering about that.
Shit, acid.
I did ask any kind of damage.
Hey, I didn't think about it. Smarty pants.
Oh, come on, man. Okay.
Yeah, well, I need you to help me, Smarty pants.
All right.
I need you to help me with your pants. Okay, so
whatever you want.
Yeah, acid I think would again weaken it. It would not, especially not through the coupling, which is set up like industrially. What it would probably do is melt the coupling in such a way that you could not undo it. You could get through the chain link fence with acid.
Okay. Do we need to get through the chain link fence to let Ted get to the engine room?
No, the chain link fence is between us and the outside of the train.
Well, if we're gonna disconnect those things, maybe maybe I shouldn't turn off the engine.
Well, because if you want to pick a lock, I can make it look as if you're not there.
I see two different ways of doing this. So you either disconnect the engine and let the train keep going and we'll eventually slow down and then have the guard to deal with, or we let the guard's cabin go and then it will be at the other end we might have a chance to escape, maybe. Or we jump out the back.
I mean, we could disconnect, then wait a bit until we're far away from the guards, and then turn off the engine before we get to the destination.
How would turning the engine on or off work? By the way?
There's a big switch. I don't know.
It's a magic engine, though.
I mean,
but
it is magical in the sense that it is. Yeah, it is magical in the sense that it is a replacement for mechanical, right?
It's not a sentient train.
Well, we haven't
bad
talked
news,
about
guys. I have a secret of my own, which is that you're actually playing a Thomas the Tank Engine fanfic that I wrote.
Please don't kill me.
So basically, what you're saying is Thomas the Tank Engine just loves to eat salmon.
Basically, it's Thomas the Tank Engine meets Star Wars. Is this fan fiction that I wrote? And you guys get to play it. Aren't you glad and lucky?
Is Thomas force sensitive?
Yes, he has midichlorians.
Oh my god! Can we get this?
Yeah.
Can we get this breakout on the road?
Yeah, I think we gotta get back on track.
So are we disconnecting the engine? Are we turning off the train?
Maybe we should try both things. We have a lot of people. Let's do them both at once.
But what would that accomplish?
I don't think. those-
Well, the people
two
who
are
are
compatible.
comfortable throwing themselves into dirt can do that.
I
And those
am
who aren't
comfortable
comfortable-
throwing myself into dirt.
Same. I mean, I can just get out of this so easily.
When-
By the way, a quick question: is this conversation actually happening, or is this just like another character place?
I think you guys are probably having this conversation in character. Like it is.
Yeah.
It's late at night. You guys are able to whisper. One of you is about to try and get up to some shady activity that they know is going to draw attention. So yeah, everybody is probably openly conspiring right now.
So, I'm assuming everyone knows sign language.
No, you're just being quiet. It's a train,
whispering.
B.
He just
It's
said
a
we're
train.
whispering.
Yeah, but
It's
he
a
means
train
he's
and a
he's
cloud.
I
mute.
can't talk.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
You
Well,
really painted yourself into a corner with this.
But hang on, hang on.
I
Can
need
you write?
squawkins. I
Can
need
You could
we
write.
see?
You could write it on the
for
ground.
me.
Can you write things
Yeah.
down?
Sure,
We
why
have-
not?
We have plenty of
dark is it?
parchment and quills.
That
Hey,
is true.
this is gonna get-
I need that. That's not for you people to use.
Wouldn't
No,
this be
Delta can't
easier
read.
if everyone would just know sign language, or at least someone would just know sign language?
Nope. Sorry.
Mm-mm.
How dark is it though?
Not even Peleus. He's educated and stuff.
Hey, so,
Listen, nobody actually developed ASL
Yeah.
back then.
I didn't
Uh,
pick up Drow sign language. No.
Well, this is.
Yeah,
Nobody developed
Thanks.
magical train engines either.
Clearly, someone did.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll write stuff down.
You're making the DM use his crazy laughter.
It's when I really lose it, I laugh like an old man. It's like
There's now a bomb on the
Ugh.
train.
A bomb?
by the
yeah,
way,
sorry, bad luck for you guys. There is a bomb. So
The train has to keep going at this current speed.
right. So
Hopefully
you
it's
guys
a
are
bomb
openly
shell.
conspiring. What are you conspiring to do? Let's get this back on haha
Do
track.
we want to
haha.
get out of here? Yes or
yeah.
no?
Yes.
I
Yes.
don't know, we're passing around a bit of paper like, I like you, do you like me? Yes
Circle
or
yes.
no?
Circle yes.
Yeah. I say that
I'm
we.
fine with jumping.
we
I
We
feel like
have
jumping
Kill
is.
you.
jumping
If
is
I-
dangerous.
If I jump and survive it, it is perfectly in keeping with my religion.
Hmm.
I would have to ask Blaze if it could be used for it, but I would like to brace myself if we were to jump.
How would you do this?
I would do it like that.
Aha! Incredible.
So I don't know if I mean technically it says attacks, but
I'll take it. Yeah.
The
You can do
ground
that.
is attacking
The
me.
ground is attacking me.
It is bludgeoning. Oh, okay, they'll play. Okay.
Yeah, it's bludgeoning damage. It wouldn't be by an attack, but sure.
Well, hang on,
Uh,
are there any cacti around it?
There are a couple of cacti around. Sure.
I don't suppose you'd
I
let
would
me
aim
Misty
away
step,
from
would you,
them.
Blaze?
What's up?
I don't suppose you'd let me Misty step, would you, Blaze?
Oh, I think everybody who can Misty Step can Misty Step. My question to you is, do you guys want to do this as a team, or do you want to just dip? I'm
Just-
out. Peace. Love you. Bye.
Well, who's
Yeah.
who's
But
actually
who's jumping?
well, and also who's got the like? Did we decide on which which end of the train that we're getting rid of? Are we getting rid of?
No,
the
nobody's
locomotive?
made any decisions whatsoever or
Also,
made
is-
any actions.
Is Yami still a rat? Because
No, I'm not a rat anymore.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
it's been too long. Like
Can-
Blaze said, an hour. Like it's midnight now, and I can't. I can't. I turned into a rat like in the afternoon. Like,
Can't
it
you just
doesn't
turn
work
into
that
a bird and fly away?
way. I cannot do that. No.
Because
No?
I could just hold you when I jump off if you were a rat.
All right then. That sounds good to me. Also, this rat only has 1 HP, so be gentle.
Oh,
Bearing in
goodness.
mind, he's only going to brace himself, and you could just go in the pocket of someone who could misty step, and that would be a lot safer.
Yes, that makes more sense.
Okay, agreed. Well, I did like who has the ability to essentially just okay, yeah. So we can't break off the. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting kind of because we can't break off the couplings easily with the with our like.
But we can
breakout
get through the
Wait,
fence.
aren't you still
Yeah.
a rat right now?
No,
No,
I'm not a rat.
No,
We
we
just
just went
covered.
over that.
It only lasts an hour, and I cast it pretty much in the afternoon to go scout out the rest of the train, which was
Okay.
and
So here's what I'm
Okay, so-
thinking, because we can potentially break one of the couplings. I don't think we could do both because there's a guard at one end, and once he's alerted, who knows, he might be able to somehow contact the front guards or whatever.
We could just
Um,
murder, death, kill that guard really
But
fast.
so we could do a kill. We could break some couplings, or some of us can get out of here through just straight old jumping, or we can just cut the chain link fence and do, having a plan to get on maybe the outside of the train and climb along a bit. Maybe, I don't know.
Ooh,
sort of-
that sounds really cool, and I haven't done that before, and it seems like an entry for my encyclopedia. I'm on board with getting on top of the train.
yeah. And
Here's
Well,
an
not-
idea. Maybe what I can do is like there's a guard on the other end of the coupling, right, who might come over to us if like if he notices that the coupling is being broken or whatever. Maybe what I can do is I can cast a minor illusion to basically cast an image of myself on the outside of the train, so that this guy thinks, oh, this guy's on the outside, and maybe I cast some prestidigitation on that area so that he hears some clangs on the outside of the train, so that he may be climbing on the train. So that he gets
Minor
distracted.
illusion can also make sound, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I don't think minor illusion can, because the thing
It
says
can.
it can't. It can. Okay, so I just use that spell then. Or maybe what I can do is I can maybe like cast some sort of sound on the engine, so it maybe sounds
Oh.
like the engine is breaking down.
You make a
It's,
sound or an image, so we could combine our minor illusions to make sounds and images. In concert.
Definitely. That's definitely
Broken engine sounds pretty cool.
yeah.
To what end?
Yeah, what will that do?
Panic.
We could distract them, maybe like get a little bit of a time window to break open the coupling. I think what we could do with the coupling is I could cast Firebolt, and then I think someone here had some kind of acid magic, and I think that together those two might end up weakening it enough that we could lodge it off.
So
Maybe.
the problem with breaking any of the couplings is that the guards are going to notice, because their car, no matter what happens, if we stop the engine, if we break the engine coupling, if we break the coupling between us and the guards, then their car is going to slow down. They'll notice something's up. If we have a way to get off this train, which it sounds like we're trying to do, if we can do that while the train is still going full speed, that would be the best option, because then the guards would not notice anything's arrive before we're gone, and they will be taken at full speed away from us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree, and yeah,
Okay.
like
So
attacking.
How many
So-
guards are there?
So out the back then, just jump off.
Well, the guards that you have seen include Rob Trawler.
Mhm.
That's it. It's literally like 8 people. One guard for 8 people is like still maximum security. by any standard, more or less.
Okay, so here's the thought. If we're going to break out or even the couplings, we've got to do it the furthest away from the guard. So we've got to do, the chain link fence at the furthest end from where he is, which is at the rear, right? So if we do it,
yeah, he's at the rear, correct.
so if we do it towards the engine itself might mask some of the noise as well, and they'll probably give us the best chance of breaking through the chain link fence, which then allows us to do whatever, get out, do the
That
coupling,
is-
whatever.
Yeah, it's worth noting that at the front, that is a loud engine. It is being powered by, it's using mechanical principles, but it's powered by magic instead of like gasoline, right? So still large explosions powering pistons is how you get around. And then the other thing that is worth noting is that there's no real communication between the engine and the cars that you're on. Like there's a gigantic vault door that no one seems to be able to go in or out of at the front.
How sure am I that there's only one guard on this train?
None at all. You have not seen anyone go in or out of the front. You have seen Rob emerge and walk around the back. And that is pretty much the state of things.
Okay,
All right, then.
guys, here's an idea. I can cast Charm Person on this guy, right? And then we can do whatever. Or am I missing something?
That was a little bit of a creepy suggestion.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw that out there.
We can do whatever. Netflix and chill.
Wow.
Wow.
Poor Rob. Are we about to have some
I think we-
TED/fic?
We want to get out of here without being noticed, if possible.
Wait, does
Um,
the Charm Person know that they were charmed?
They do.
Yes.
They yeah. At the end of the duration.
If you like, I
So
can
not-
cast sleep.
The
Aren't
dude's
they-
already asleep.
Yeah. But it's
Oh,
magical sleep, so they
I'm-
won't wake up.
Like Yami is kind of getting annoyed about this fucking powwow that we're having, and just starts moving to the front of the train. I don't actually have any solutions. I'm just gonna go bang on the chain link fence.
Nice move.
I should say,
You know what
by the way, Delta has been quiet this whole time. Like he doesn't see any difference between staying and going.
Mm.
You know what would solve our problems right now? Just a pair of earmuffs that we could put around this guy's head.
I mean, you two
Are
have been
we-
talking about.
Are we
making-
doing D&D or Tom and Jerry?
Both.
So I could burn a second level spell slot because I have a spell called Silence that just muffles all sound. I mean, it would be a bit weird because suddenly the engine sound would also cut out from his perspective.
Well, what
Why
if
don't you go the other way?
muffled-
Why don't one of
Yeah.
you make sounds, make a mosquito in his ear or something?
No. I cannot do that.
That would just.
But
make
some
him
of these
up.
others can.
Yeah,
that's
Th-
right.
this one.
can, but
Whatever
that
you
would
want,
just-
this guy can.
It would just
Yeah.
wake him up. Is the problem? Like, have you slept with mosquitoes around you? They just wake you up.
If he's already awake, if he's asleep, then it doesn't matter. If he wakes up,
So
I mean,
I'm also
hmm.
whatever you want is also getting somewhat frustrated by this conversation. There's not any more like new information getting added to the encyclopedia at this point except dialogue. It says let's just pick something and be done with it.
All right. So do you want to stop the train or do you want to jump off while it's still going?
Jump off.
This is the
We'll have a
Alright.
we'll have a quick vote, a verbal vote. So you
Alright.
literally are asking that in character, right?
yes.
let's do a show of hands for our friend here.
I show my
I'm
hands.
for jumping, although
Show my hand. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
jumping.
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 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, jumping has the majority, I think.
Wow.
So yeah, we're jumping.
All right.
Okay.
Before we
How are you
leave,
guys-
I cast guidance on myself.
All right. How are you guys leaping? Where are you wiggling out of to just fall
Majestically.
onto the? Well, I mean, it's all tight spaces. You're all gonna wiggle out and then directly fall off this damn thing. Is
I
how
am
it-
going to
We can't.
Misty Step. my friend.
Okay, here's what I think we should do. We should probably try to get out of the top first, right? Like the way we got in. We should maybe try
agreed.
to get out through that. Maybe get a foothold on the side of the train before we jump off. At least that way we can fall on our legs and not on our heads.
Are you jumping from the roof?
I think he
No,
means to like dangle from the side, so you're closer to the floor.
Yeah.
I'm going out the chain link fence.
All right.
All right. So if everybody's jumping, let's go ahead and fucking do it. All right. So we're gonna start with Odd. Odd, you are jumping out through the chain link fence. Give me an acrobatics roll.
Do I?
You can brace self so that you have your resistance to bludgeoning damage. Go for it.
Yeah. Have I broken the chain link fence?
Let's assume now. Are you going out through the front chain link fence or the back?
You said there were like 4 cars.
Yes.
I'll
You
go
want to
out
go
through
through
the middle one.
All right, perfect. You go through the middle. You do a lot of shaking, a lot of banging, but it's midnight, and there's an engine going. Guard.
I mean, I
doesn't hear
have
anything.
my acid. If that makes it quieter.
Great. I think that does make it quieter. There's not shaking and banging, and instead you kind of just dollop some acid here and there on the chain link, and then just sort of get the floor of it to fall out, and give yourself a little leap. You take a 10.
Actually, before you go,
way too late.
Too late. The good news is that I completely bollocks that roll, and you take 2 damage because of your resistance to bludgeoning damage. So you essentially slip. You break out the floor from underneath this chain link enclosure. And it kind of slides out. It lands on top of the coupling, right? But you're able to slide it out to give yourself a wide enough opening. You just kind of fall down, and you grip your arms close to yourself, and you just roll and roll and roll and roll straight through the sand. You get a little bit of road burn, a little bit of a road rash on your arms, but you're otherwise good to go. Scoo, what do you do?
Well, the next thing that Montgomery's aware of is that just Chips is stood next to him because he has seen him jump out and has just used Misty Step to
Unbelievable.
right next to him.
Incredible.
He's just going to bend over to check Montgomery's okay, and he hasn't. His head didn't come off or something like that.
All right, Corbier, you've just got a hand up from Chips. Think about that. That's a cute character moment right there.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm jumping.
Blaze, so the damage that you take while jumping, it's from the speed of the train, right?
Yes.
So here's a question: if I cast Magic Missile or Fireball, will the recoil slow down?
No.
Oh, we have a rules lawyer. We have a rules lawyer, everyone.
That is actually that's not a bad idea, but it would not occur in this situation. No. I do encourage this kind of that is good creativity, but in this case,
just so I'm clear, do you mean you would shoot it at the floor as you were landing to just slow your descent, or what?
shoot it like ahead so as to diminish the speed.
So I slow down. So that
I get you. Right. Okay.
Right. It's like using the rocket to slow yourself down.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea, but
oh my god.
Delta steps forward at this moment, and he says, "You running?"
3
Plus
damage for fear. Fuck.
You're good at these damage rolls.
Plus 1d4, so that's actually a 22.
All right, no damage for fear.
Yes! Oh god! What did I just
So
do?
Blaze, do we take 2d6 or 3d6 damage? Because if we take 3d6 damage, I could die.
It is 3d6 damage if you have a bad acrobatics roll. That determines the amount of damage that is rolled for you.
You just go to 0 hit points. It's fine. We have a cleric, a boozy cleric.
It's fine. You'll be fine. I got you. I got you.
You'll only be half dead from this experience, this traumatic first foray into criminal life for you.
And something tells me that
or whatever.
Cleric,
I don't. Yeah.
Our cleric is in good spirits.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Incredible. Really raised our spirits. Generally.
Yeah, I try to jump, but clearly I've not done a good job of it.
Oh no! No. Oh dear.
I have no bonus to Dex, so.
Right. Yeah, you're gonna taste the flames, pal. That's
You've got
9.
grazed kneecaps.
Yeah,
no, that's most of my HP. Like-
Yeah, absolutely. No,
Okay.
I mean you cold like jump out onto a sand dune, not
I
realize
win.
that that's not where you're supposed to jump. So you like jump out into a sand wall, more or less, and it like you go thwoomph into it, and then you start flipping up the hill a bit. Your limbs go splayed, and you're fully ragdolled as you go flying out of this goddamn thing, and you're just sent spinning and flying up a dune, and then you land and slide down the other side.
Blaze, I have a little bit of a rules question. I'm still a little bit new to D&D, so my
Sure.
cantrips, I can cast them however many times I want, right?
Yep.
Okay, so here's what I do. I cast Minor Illusion, and I create a I create an illusion of like a mattress, like a little bit down the track, and then I just sort of look at this mattress and just jump on it just to give myself that little extra bit of confidence, even though it's not real.
Okay,
Yeah,
take advantage on the. I think that makes a little bit of sense because you're consciously picking a spot to aim for, and that would give you, I think, a slight advantage. So do an acrobatics roll, and you know how advantage works, yes?
Yeah, so I roll it twice and take the better result.
Yeah,
I think you rolled twice
let's do that roll.
anyway with the thing.
Yeah, by default. So just go ahead and hit acrobatics under the skills tab, fan.
I just did. And that's not a bad roll.
Yeah, 18. You're looking pretty. That's athletics, not acrobatics, but it's good. They're basically the same
Okay.
skill. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
18 gets you 1d6 of damage.
Actually, I would have gotten a bonus for the acrobatics. So shit.
Well, as it turns out, I'm very good at applying it.
Don't
So,
worry about it, everybody.
Yeah, you're pretty good to go. Delta, what are you doing, man?
I'm basically just watching everyone. I don't know, parachute out the door.
So
All right,
I take
bye.
one damage. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Has Peleus jumped yet?
Nope.
You want to
I-
just leap out? What's your plan? What's your scheme?
Have I already
never-
asked for a note
Oh.
for like a sheet of paper from Peleus?
Yes.
How would you ask?
Oh shit.
Pointing.
Yeah,
No,
I
he
just
would
point.
He would point and like do the drawing motion, like you just waggle your wrist like you're holding a pencil. Check, please.
Waggle your wrist like you're holding a pencil.
Check, please. No, I mean, like, I wish you guys could see my video. This is exactly. I'm doing the motion, and it's the
What are
most
you
natural
doing with
thing.
your wrist and a pencil, though? Like,
the
it's the
most
fingers.
natural
You
thing
don't
in the
use
world.
your
Hang on.
wrist.
Oh my god, I'm gonna
Don't
take a
move.
video of this. You fucking.
I'm gonna see this.
I've had enough of your crap.
The classic wrist pencil technique.
Here's
Are you
here's what
kidding
I
me with this?
here's what I do. I
Check,
refuse
please.
any request
Check, please.
to
Check.
have
Just hear
parchments.
you. I can't see.
But-
He's going. Check, please.
oh boy.
Right.
I refuse any request for parchment, but I will pull out a quill and dip it into my ink flask, hand it to Ted's character, Sam, right?
Sam.
And just pull up the sleeves on one of my arms and like present my forearm for writing.
I write, aren't you jumping? And then like move your wrist over to Delta.
Delta can't read.
All right.
Fine, I'll like point at your mouth or something, like at Peleus's mouth,
Uh,
and then add the message.
okay.
I'm implying that you should read it, Peleus.
Delta.
Uh,
Okay.
for the sake of knowing what the hell you're trying to say, I'm going to try to make an insight check. Oh shit! Okay.
You got it.
We developed a telepathical bond.
You just get so good at reading body language.
I say, aren't you jumping to Delta?
Delta shrugs. Don't know.
I say, just jump.
Okay, you want a hand?
I'm good. I'll be fine.
Okay,
Just go.
I was thinking that maybe Delta could throw you in a sort of throw lighter people from the train in a direction that would slightly slow their fall relative to the ground.
Please don't.
I'm not seeing how that would be really useful,
I don't know.
except maybe
that-
extra broken bones. Who
Guys,
knows?
don't tempt me to see how much velocity a half orc can throw someone. Like I will Google that shit and I will figure it out.
Man, I
Yeah.
will tell you, never bother doing the math in D&D.
Yeah.
Never, because when you do it, it is always underwhelming. Like my character had like super speed on super speed on super speed on super
Oh
speed,
yeah.
and he still only went like 150 miles an hour. Like it was really
Only?
It was a fast
Yeah,
car.
You're shitting me.
No, this
150
shit
miles an hour is more than a fast car.
Yeah.
Right, this should have been like actual speed of light shit.
He
though,
was
you know what I
walking.
mean?
He was running on water.
Yeah. Like it was, yeah. Anyway, never bother doing the math in D&D. That's what I'm just trying to throw down.
Now
Anyway,
jump.
now jump. Who's jumping?
Bam.
Way.
Christ almighty.
20s.
No sweat. No sweat. You just land. You do a tuck and roll. You kind of look at the geography and you understand it better than most because you're a ranger. And so like you see the dune coming up, you jump into the valley of the dune, you kind of roll downhill, you stay tucked properly, as opposed to going ragdoll. You were able to keep your limbs like kind of tucked in right, and so no damage whatsoever. You do great.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Have we got everybody to veer? Jump?
Yeah, I jumped. I
Okay,
rolled.
Veer did.
I got a 22.
Yeah, you did great.
I still have
okay.
to jump off.
Yeah.
Did
I've
Davenport
been
jump?
writing everything. I've been writing everything down,
Mhm.
and I never stop writing. And I just poof. I just poof to safety.
Beautiful.
Okay, Delta shrugs again to himself and does that. Steps off the train.
It seems like you dealt a bad hand.
Mhm.
Oh,
Now you
very
roll.
bad hand.
There's
And now you
actually
roll.
not only do you jump into a dune, like into the uphill part of a dune, there's actually a rock outcropping right there.
Oh, okay.
And you just kind of like you catch it right in your ribs. You may have broken something. You
I
kind
rush
of
over. I
yeah,
rush
you're
over
kind
to
of gonna
check on
want to
Delta.
walk with a hand on your side right now is the most comforting thing you can do.
Delta stands up and says, "I've had worse."
So you don't want me to heal you, is what I'm hearing.
He doesn't. He doesn't not want you to heal him. He doesn't expect you to heal him.
Is your character just the most depressed person ever?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
I cast
mean,
Cure Wounds anyway.
What about in the game though?
hey,
Plus 3.
excellent. That is. Oh,
It's
really?
a spell of first and then
Ooh.
Disciple of Life, so you actually heal 14.
Back up to max.
Indeed.
Okay,
Is
so
Lucky joining us?
Delta was just walking it off, not expecting anything, and he's surprised at what you've just done for him, and he looks slightly stunned.
I sort of wave it up and go, don't worry about it. I do it for anyone.
Bond sees that this is happening and casts prestidigitation on Delta's face, and the prestidigitation is a smiley face.
I do
Excellent.
not see it.
Is that because you can't see joy?
Well, I can't see my own face.
Are you still looking inward?
Well, no, but I can't. It's difficult to describe how eyes work, but
It's not really.
It's not.
Yeah, like in my mind, this is like a smiley emoji just floating in front of your face. I think you should be able to see it.
All right. I try to punch it.
Did you just invent?
You successfully punch it, and the spell is dispelled.
Does he also punch himself in the mouth?
Was it on his face?
The smiley face was in front of his face.
Yeah, but a punch coming from your hand towards the front of your face, it's going to follow through.
No, you're not punching towards
Yeah.
yourself.
Well,
Re-
it depends how
Punching.
far away
How-
from your face.
It's an
straight
uppercut.
back
No, it's
and
very, very close to
punch.
your face. It's like a couple of inches from your face. So
Well, I would still sort of slot
Guys,
it out of my face.
we're getting
It's
hung
not
up on
important.
this. Come on.
Yeah, we're
Is Lucky
we're-
joining us?
Lucky kind of waves at you. Goodbye.
Rip Lucky.
I throw a stone at him.
I think there was a lot of work that Blaze put into that character that we just completely bypassed, and I feel kind of bad.
I feel
Mm-mm.
like maybe we should have pushed him off the train with us.
Lucky resigns to his fate, and he thinks maybe he'll get a couple years off, maybe if I'm lucky.
Ah,
Oh,
Bye, guys. Love
we
you.
can always try a prison break later.
We certainly can try.
or
Who cares
hold on,
about this
hold
guy
on.
anyway?
How much do we want Lucky to survive? Because I could try to cast suggestion on him and suggest him to jump.
That would be
Suggestion.
awesome.
No,
I mean, he's gone already, right?
Isn't
Yeah,
that a
it's
third
not
level
really
spell
Yeah,
slot?
Super fast.
You no longer have sight lines to him. He is kind of
All
like
right.
ducked back in.
Aw.
He's giving you a brief wave as you went flying through the sand dunes.
Isn't suggestion
I
a
forgot
third
about
level
that now.
spell as well?
It's a second level spell.
It's a second level spell for wizards.
You know what, guys?
for
You know what?
sorcerers. Yeah.
I turn
And
into a
for
rideable.
sorcerers.
I turn into a rideable horse.
Not
And-
too
What?
shabby.
What?
We've only just met.
That's what it's called
So
in D&D. It's very important to be specific. And
So, Jeremy,
yeah, I
No.
just chill with suggestion that we race off of the train and we go and try to save Lucky.
How are you talking as a horse?
I don't. I just chill. I'm just
Oh,
there.
okay. I want you to know that hilariously enough, I can speak to animals, but only when they're small or smaller. So you are too big an animal for me to talk to.
I can do something, I think.
I gotta run off, by the way, but just assume I tag along with the group.
We will miss you, Veer.
Bye. I gotta go. You have
Bye.
to compliment.
Bye.
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 Good luck.
I can communicate
So,
simple ideas.
Okay, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, are we gonna go run after that train?
Yeah, you guys can communicate simple ideas to each other. It goes two ways. I've decided. Use my powerful GM judiciary skills.
Because like
Supreme Court of Wings.
I'm more than ready to run after that train as a horse, which is also kind of like somehow wearing a robe. But let's not go deep into that. But so it's totally your decision. And also, you are right. Oh God, you are riding without a saddle, so enjoy.
This will be fun.
I
Riding
don't know
Zoe
how.
Bareback.
Why do
Yeah,
we
I
want to
didn't wanna
save
fucking
this
say
guy?
Who is riding Zoe Bareback? This is the question we have today.
Oh,
Well,
How about a 2-meter tall orc?
the one major reason that we would go back for him is if he is going to tip off the guards, but it already seems like he is not going to do that.
Mm-mm.
So that's
I
one
mean-
reason
Yeah,
to
but
go back
even-
for him.
Even if he
Like,
is.
the guards would even if they didn't know we were escaping, what would they do?
Stop the train and come after us?
Yep. But
Oh yeah,
they would still be
all one
quite
of
a
the
bit
guards.
behind,
All right, yeah.
All 1+ of the guards.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we,
No,
I
they're
don't think
already
that's-
quite ahead of us.
this might shock you, but it didn't strike me as the most secure train in the world.
It
So
was fairly secure.
chain
Yeah,
link
fair
fence.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
just
I
had
don't
one
know.
outside of the
Fences.
distance.
Chain link fence. Here's the thing, guys. Like, not everybody knows your secret spellcasting powers.
All right.
Also,
Not, not everybody knows you have
chain
access
link
to
fence.
acid.
Chain link fences are probably a very new invention in this world, right?
I don't know.
They did not know what a chain link fence was
I
couple
give
of
up.
years ago.
I give up on the whole rescuing Lucky plan, and I just start running circles around the group as a horse. So basically, just kind of like rub it in that I am a gallant four-legged steed, and they are just filthy humans.
And you have
Wow.
no grass
Okay.
to graze on.
I
Yeah,
cast
you're
prestidigitation on the hooves of Yami so that it looks like they're kicking up like a massive rainbow sparks every time they hit the ground.
I'm so
wicked.
happy with this.
that is fully wicked.
Yeah.
Fan artists, please do this.
Yeah,
God, was
the
that
fan
a
artists
pun
who follow
because
this.
fanatical fan art?
Oh,
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
no, I
the
think it's
many
just
fan
time that
artists
we.
who follow
I think
this.
it's yeah, exactly.
Alright,
I think it's
I-
time that we really get famous. Let's get viral, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I
Blaze
stand
is
up,
already a successful podcaster
brush myself off,
with 2
Um,
podcast episodes.
straighten my hat, look toward Mesa, or Red Mesa, and say, "Shall we go?"
Let's.
Delta
A
says,
hell, how, a hell,
whatever you say.
how.
All right, I need to double check on time. Veer had to leave. Is everybody else good to stick around though? We've got a
Yeah.
little chunk left.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I have a
Maybe
bit of
like,
time.
an
Okay.
hour.
All right, yeah,
An hour
an
is
hour
most
is
of it,
about what I was expecting for this.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So what we are about to do is we're going to do a travel mechanic, and this is something that has been proposed before. Blood Ted, you've played
Did
it.
someone say
Universal, you've
travel?
played it. It's traveling time.
Travel.
Excellent. You find twice as much food as you normally would. All right, that's outstanding. Let me pull up the thing that's important, that's relevant. So what we're about to do, it's very important here at the beginning of the campaign that we establish character, right? And so these are all, this travel mechanic that we're about to engage in is meant to encourage kind of character fleshing out. It's meant to encourage more development, more specificity for what your characters are doing. So the deal is, everybody roll initiative. That's on your core tab of your character sheet.
And you'll have to click your token first.
You do have to click your token first. Thank you, Scoop. I have never clicked my token first, ever once, ever.
It's like that
I've been playing this
USB
game for a year. Yeah, where you always put it in upside down. Absolutely.
Sorry, what's the token? I'm confused.
Click on your. You should have a person. And if you don't have your
no,
person out, okay.
The newspaper icon at the top.
All
and
right,
then
so
drag.
click that
Yeah, got it.
MySpace.
Okay.
Click that MySpace person right there.
I also don't have a person.
You go to the newspaper icon at the top and then drag yourself over onto the map.
Yeah, I just have my sheet open, so.
Yeah, you can click the bottom MySpace icon, fan.
Okay, right.
On the main map.
Okay.
And at some point,
Nah.
obviously, you guys can set your own pictures. That's something you can do.
Now, Yami, what you
Not
did was an
intelligence.
intelligence saving throw rather than initiative. If you look
Yeah.
under the core tab, the initiative is under your hit points. It's off to the right a bit.
Yeah.
In
and
initiative, is a lower number better or is a higher number better?
Hi.
High is better.
Okay.
High is almost always better.
Just like in real life, baby. Yeah. Woo.
Bigger numbers.
Oh, I mean high.
Sorry. And it says, I don't understand the whole token stuff. Because it says attempted to roll.
So this right here, if you click that and then roll your initiative.
Okay, I have 5 options, and none of
So
them.
after you've clicked this, you go to your character sheet and roll initiative under your hit points on your core stats page.
Yeah, and it says attempt to use a roll command for looking for a value of a selected token, but no tokens are selected.
Yeah, so you have to
Okay.
click the token on the map first, which is
So
you're in the center of all of us at the moment.
Yeah,
Fan is
click
one
the
of them.
click that MySpace icon and then hit that button. Sorry, this is going to be the first and only time this will be hard for you, I promise.
Okay. And then I edit the token and
You
No,
don't have to edit,
don't
the,
edit the
token.
token.
You just touch it with your mouse.
It has to
And-
be highlighted first, so active, in other words.
Okay.
Exactly. Right.
Woo!
All right, we got it. We did it. A point of inspiration
Well.
for Zoe. Zoe, you now have a point of inspiration. You can use that to gain advantage on
Yeah.
any roll this whole game.
That is also on your core tab of your
Yeah, if you want to
character
put it there.
Yeah.
I'm
Take
so
toggle
proud
it
of you.
on.
I'm so very proud of you. Okay, so let's put up this turn order right here. Let's order it ascending, descending, ascending,
Descending, yeah.
Descending, I think.
ascending,
Ascending.
Descending.
descending. There we go.
There you go.
Yahtzee. All right, so what we are about to do, and let me move Scoo up. I'm going to say, even though Bon, I think you
Bon.
might have Bon. Is it
Yeah,
Bon?
It's like the
Is it
French
Bon or
thing, only with
Bon?
a N. How you would say the French bon, but with an N.
You went really robotic then.
That was wild sounding.
Hello?
Right, it's Bon. It's all
Yeah.
good, baby. You're gonna go second because we're gonna put Scoo first, just because Scoo has already done this. So
All right.
you guys have just jumped out of a train. You're in the middle of a fucking desert. There are oases that are around here, but for the most part, it's not sustaining a ton of life per se. There are cacti. There are scorpions. There is the heat of the sun. There's the thirst that you need to slake. These are the challenges before you, my friend. Scoo, I wish for you to come up with a challenge, an obstacle for you to overcome, a vignette to help us explore the character of Chips Keswick and learn more about who he is. Fan, can you please mute? What we're going to do is Chips is going to propose an obstacle. He's going to roll a relevant skill check to see if he can overcome that obstacle. And then we're going to resolve that in a way that is characterful, in a way that helps define who Chips Keswick, the man, the myth, the legend, is. Chips Keswick, what difficulty do you see ahead of you here on this desert trail and these desert travails?
Well, first of all, food. He's hungry. He's got to look
Hell
for
yeah,
something to
yes.
eat. And,
Right.
He might not be the best at it, but he's got to start foraging and looking around for things to eat.
Okay. What skill do you want to use for this?
I guess
Survival?
it's got to be something like survival, really.
Okay.
But yeah, he's looking a bit antsy, like you would if you were really hungry and you're becoming a bit of a shithead. You know, when you get grumpy, hungry, that kind of thing.
Hangry. We call
Hangry. That's a good
hangry.
word. So he's going to see how this goes.
All right.
Oh, sweet.
There's a made table with a cooked chicken. Is that it?
Yes.
Is that what happens?
Thank you. Thank you. That is essentially what you find is that's a really good run. What you found, however, is pretty scant. It's a desert, right? So it's only a couple of berries is all you can find. There's a bush, half dead, and it gives you enough supplies for a day or two. It will probably take you a day or two to get out to Red Mesa from here, in terms of just walking on your old tootsies. So you've got enough to feed you for sure.
Okay, cool. He's gonna nibble on a few berries, and yeah.
All right. Let me see. Is anybody proficient in perspective or perception?
Perception.
I am.
I am.
All right, you two roll, please.
Well,
All right,
Not that proficient.
everything is fine. Let's go to the
Hey.
next person on the initiative list.
that's not good.
He said it.
All right.
So
So
Bon
I-
usually, yeah, what you're going to want to do is you've got this particular scenario in front of you. We're going to come up with a problem for you to solve together, and we're going to find a way to solve it.
Let me think. Right, so I think what Bond notices immediately is that the group is not particularly gelling very well together at the moment. Like everyone's still very much their own person. They're not contributing, and so and he's kind of experienced with traveling as a group, so he thinks that maybe having a little bit of a fun time together with the group is going to be good for the group's cohesion. So he organizes a little impromptu performance for the group to enjoy.
Icebreakers. Who's ready for
Yeah, basically.
icebreakers?
Yay!
Who's ready? All right. Yeah, hit me with a perform check.
Yeah, all right, hold on.
Wow.
Holy shit. All right. Let me think
That's
about
a pretty tasty one. Yeah. How does it go to succeed admirably? Do you guys all do a campfire sing along? Is anybody doing row your boat?
I think we.
You guys
I think,
doing
I think,
s'mores, or help me out
I
here?
think
This is a group here. You guys
find,
all throw in. Yeah.
I think we definitely try to find wood for a campfire, but we can't. So I just cast one from like as an illusion. And I think we just nibble on the berries and have a sing along on this fake campfire.
A purely skeuomorphic campfire.
Yes, I mean it is a desert. It is very hot. So yeah.
I start to kick out my legs left and right while continuing to write down everything.
Delta doesn't sing or dance, but he does find a rock to drum out a bit of a rhythm on.
Yeah, Chips is going to hand round some of the things that he found while foraging to nibble on.
It's so sweet. Good old Chips. All right, so we are now. Bond, how did your minor illusioning go? I missed that little tidbit there.
Yeah. So do I roll for seeing how well the campfire goes?
No, you've already succeeded on your roll. I'm interested in how this resolves, given that you've obviously achieved an extraordinary success. So you managed to get everybody involved. Is there anybody who doesn't want to be involved in this little team building exercise? Anybody who wants to be a loner or a rebel? Here, I'm looking at you, Yami.
I think I feel like Bond's trying a little too hard here.
Okay.
And so
now keep in mind,
skeptically.
It was a very high success. So
It was, but
maybe he kind of gets over some of your emotional
Roll for
walls.
cynicism.
Possibly. So I'm also looking at him with professional skepticism, and as we are in similar lines of work, and
a
so
professional rivalry. How
Hard.
delightful. Oh, I find this to be extremely stimulating.
No,
Is that going to
Yami's,
be a performance off now?
Intellectually.
Yami's actually very quite won over by the plants and is kind of clapping along and enjoying themselves.
Oh, that's cute. Good. I like to see
Yeah,
that.
no, I'm not Heart of Darkness,
Hey, I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell whether you are Hearts of Darkness or Hearts of Dogness.
Delta's he's joining in, but he's beating out quite a simple rhythm, almost military, and he doesn't look like he's enjoying himself exactly, but like this is something he should do.
Wow, duty bound. Is this what we're getting from Delta? Maybe a military past and duty bound?
Perhaps, yes.
You said he's bound to duty.
I've said much more suspect things than that.
I'm bound to at some point, but you know.
Yeah, everybody does have to poop. That is a fact.
and we'll get into those mechanics later.
Yeah,
We're keeping track of exactly how
12.
much weight it is.
Make a con save to resist dysentery.
I love dysentery. All right, so Bone has done amazingly. Who's this redheaded gnome here?
That's moi.
That's
C'est
you.
moi, mon
That's-
ami.
Let's toi? Je t'adore.
I don't know that much French. Damn it.
I was saying, oh, that's you. I love you. And
Oh,
I do.
yeah,
And I
that sounds,
do.
that sounds like what you were saying. Yeah, that's me. I'm gonna try and find.
It's me, Mario. Right.
It's me. My particular dilemma on this journey is going to be trying to find a creature to sustain me.
Sustain you? Are you eating it or are you
It's
animal
life force.
companion?
Yeah. Okay. You're foraging for an iguana to help feed you.
I'm not particularly good at this, so
Right.
maybe I'll try to ask someone who seems like they would be good at this within the party if they would be willing.
All right. Who
lend
wants
a-
to do a teamwork? Who wants? You will be performing the help action, and that gives advantage to the person who will actually do this check to find an iguana for you.
I
Who
would-
in the party would like to help find an iguana?
I'm proficient in animal handling. I like animals as
I was
well.
I was gonna approach my mute friend since he asked me for a favor before.
Ah, delightful.
Just write a request on my arm.
All
Help
right.
catch
Yeah.
iguana.
Yeah, you quill it up. So Sam, you are now being requested to catch an iguana. You can make an animal handling or survival
What?
check.
Sorry, what do you
with
want to do with
advantage.
an iguana?
I'll say just hungry.
In that case, I shake my hand.
Is-
No.
Huh?
Is Squawkin's owner a vegetarian?
And
The owner of a bloodthirsty
Mhm.
raptor
Mhm.
well,
is vegetarian?
the more you get to know Squawkins and Sam, the more you see that they are complete opposites of each other.
Fair enough.
Okay, well, rebuffed.
I mean, no
in
birds
fact,
is a vegetarian. Like, I can't blame a bird for not being a vegetarian.
You can't you can't blame a gnome for not being vegetarian either.
Wow, firm but fair and true. Also,
And also I will say, furiously scribbling on my arm, now I see how my generosity is rewarded towards someone else who seems like they might be able to help me.
Yami takes wind of this, and
yeah.
considering that they are proficient in nature, they offer a helping hand to go hunt down an iguana.
All right. Now you do have the advantage of having two bloodhounds on the trail. That's a joke. That's a joke, guys. She didn't take that secret. I'm not. I like making this joke because it's
Well,
good dividends.
Well, like, and also I played into it. Like, I chose a hooded, mysterious figure who's,
Yeah.
a druid and also a hermit. So I'm perfect two dogs material.
You're fantastic.
Can I
Fantastic two dogs material.
can I go? Can I accompany Yami on
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
hunting?
I am offering.
Awesome.
Yami clearly sees that there is a friend to be made because someone gets rebuffed. They're going to look more fondly on the person that helps them after they get rebuffed.
Oh wow! Look at this emotional manipulation going on here.
Please
Yeah,
and
that's-
thank you.
That's
Yami is
exactly what it
very-
is.
Yeah, Yami is calculating out here. All
Well,
right.
I'm
so,
like 57, so I've seen some shit.
wow. Okay, great. This is very characterful. I like seeing this.
Grandma
We're
Yami.
learning lots of things about you. Grandma Yami. Grandma Yami.
Oh
Dear
man, I like
Grammy-
Yami better.
Dear Grammy Yami.
What
can
big
you-
nose you have.
Oh,
What a big
well,
noses you have.
Yeah, it's called a snout when it's on a dog, guys. Come on.
a snoot. Boop the snoot.
Boop it. All right, so you guys head out together to try and find an iguana. What happens?
Ooh, is it?
You probably go out during like the first morning light. That's when an iguana is just about to be active, but they're still a little sluggish.
Mhm.
You happen to know that because of your proficiency in nature.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just following Yami's lead, and
See,
I'm thrilled at the help.
I'm going to say that I spot the iguana, but in my relatively old age for a human, I'm not that dexterous or fast.
Mm.
So I roughly push my gnome friend in front of me, and then I cast common spellbook. Where is it? I cast Long Strider on my
Oh,
gnome
right.
friends to increase their
Okay.
speed by 10 feet until the spell ends, so that they can
That's
catch up
excellent.
and hunt the iguana.
Okay, so whatever you want, give me a survival or nature or animal handling. One of these.
Could I simply use a chill touch cantrip and just try to murder it with force?
No, give me I want a skill
okay.
check. If you want,
you got it.
if you want to use a spell, give me an Arcana skill check.
Oh, yes, thank you. That helps a lot. I have
But you will
expertise
not,
in
you
Arcana.
will not have advantage on it because you are not being helped in this perspective by Yami.
That's totally fine. Big money,
You
no
goddamn
whammies.
right it is. You goddamn right it
17.
is.
17.
All right, you are able to summon undead hands and crush this this iguana right in front of Yami.
Not too much.
Right.
I want it to be mostly intact by the time I get to it.
It is, yeah.
Can I make
nice iguana tartar?
Can I make an Arcana check to see if I recognize the undead hands? And because I feel like if I saw undead hands clutching food that I may eat, I would be very put off.
Yes, you can and you should be. I would be too.
All right, here we go.
13 is pretty good. You are able to ascertain that this is a necromantic spell.
Okay, I am thoroughly put off my food, but I helped catch.
All right, so no, hit me.
I approach the now hopefully dead iguana, and I try to make sure that my back is turned away from Yami, and I take sustenance from the iguana.
Sorry?
I said it.
All right, give me a sleight of hand.
Wait, I'm still confused. What happened there?
Yeah, give me a sleight of hand check.
I saw everything.
All right, you were able to see. Do you know how if you really love a puppy or a kitty, you put your face in their tummy and give them tummy nuzzles?
Oh no!
I don't like where this sentence is going.
Oh god.
That's what you were able to see happening with the iguana.
Oh, okay. Right.
There's a little bit
Wait
more
a minute.
blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say presumed blood nuzzling, I guess.
Yeah.
Unless this is some sort of cute vampire.
I mean, aren't they all? Have you
So,
seen Twilight, guys? Am I right?
Yeah.
So once I'm sated, I bring the dried out corpse of the lizard to Yami and offer it to her in thanks.
You have iguana jerky in front of you. What do you?
I very quickly dismiss it. I despise necromancy, especially on animals. I'm a
Wow.
druid, after all. I can't, abide. Death is a part of life, but not necromancy.
Wow.
On t-shirts, it's a bit wordy, but
Do you say those things to me?
No, he's not that wordy. Just kind of shakes head vigorously and says no thanks.
All right.
Delta comes up and says, "Are you going to eat that?"
I thought it was just me and Yami out here.
Okay,
Yeah,
maybe that
it was, but I see no reason that Delta couldn't like kind of walk in way after the fact and be like, "Hey,
I-
you got iguana jerky for me? Maybe."
I'm happy to pass off the iguana jerky.
All right, you got some jerky for you, baby.
Nom 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 nom.
What's the general attitude of people in D&D towards necromancy? I mean, this is a world with magic, but do people accept death magic?
There are some necromantic spells that are frankly quite common. Like it's not necessarily an awful school. Raising the undead, however, is quite awful. Like if you look at it, there are a lot of healing spells, like resurrection or whatever, that are necromantic, that are like what you're doing there really is necromancy, to be frank, even though it's divine in origin. So like it's not always viewed as bad. But certainly a spell like Chill Touch, where the hands of the dead rise up from their graves to clutch your victim and do damage, maybe that's viewed as a little bit more scandalous. It's
Well, yeah, and in terms of character trait, Yami is a bit more zealous than perhaps the average inhabitant of the world. With these two necromancy, they are very single-minded in essentially the position of druidism in the world.
So does Yami share this information with us? Like, do we know now that?
I would say that I have a disgusted look on my face, but apart from that, I'm not particularly open to discussing that. I'm trying. I helped out. What's the gnome's name? I'm really.
Whatever you want.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. It is whatever you want. I helped out whatever you want. Yeah, with I helped out Davenport, whatever you want, with this hunting trial because I wanted to make a friend. So I've got enough face that I'm not going to start lecturing people on the principles of druidism.
well, and you don't seem like a really wordy kind of character too. Like you don't seem like a snitch.
Yeah.
All right, so at this point we have just gone through our little ginger gnome buddy pal, and now it is, who is this? 15?
Sam.
Sam.
Me.
Hit me, Sam. You are out in the desert, and what kind of challenge is it that you are about to face?
Deadly animals.
Deadly animals. Excellent. Okay, how many deadly animals do we want out here?
15 snakes, I think. No.
15.
I don't know. You decide. I've chosen a category.
This shit is not Jeopardy, but I do appreciate it. All right, so actually, do you guys want to get thrown into a combat during this? The entire group.
A weaponless combat.
Sure.
I think it'd be good actually because I don't think at least some of us are new to D&D, so it might be good.
Okay, cool. I'm about to throw you guys in combat with two giant scorpions because Sam has kind of led you guys along and kind of out of his element with respect to the desert. Is that the case?
Am I? Where did I live before?
Yeah, I'm asking you. What's your favorite terrain?
Yeah. It's your choice.
I guess coastal.
Sucks for you, dude. we might have to talk about your character in a second, but that's later. Anyway, so the deal is that you kind of end up stumbling upon two giant scorpions from the monster manual, which I'm looking
But
up
look,
right now.
I can do this.
Oh my God!
So when
You
is this happening?
reveal that there are two of them, and their distance is right next to you.
No. You learn its emotional state is affected by magic of any sort. Its short-term needs and actions you can take to persuade it not to attack.
Hungry? No. Hungry and not really anything in that order.
Blaze, when is this happening? Is this happening when the sing-along is happening? Is this happening when...
This is happening after the
before that,
sing
after
along.
that?
This is you
Alright.
guys are about a day away from the train at this point, and it is the mid-afternoon, early afternoon. There's beautiful sunlight everywhere. And two giant frickin' scorpions beating you.
Are we wearing armor?
Nope.
Why, hello there. All right, so everybody, please arrange your tokens where you would like them to be. This is a narrow area of the desert. Ignore the perspective on this background image. This is now being used as a battle map instead. And so we've got Sam, you should be up top. You stepped on one. That's how you triggered him. So you should be off, right in front.
I've got
And then
nothing.
And then everybody else needs to figure out how you guys like would have proceeded through the desert. You know, you've got to walk still probably 10, 15 miles. You can see Red Mesa in front of you. But you know that there's still some great distance of territory to go. How would you arrange yourselves? And I want you to think about that meaningfully.
By the way, Blaze, quick question: how much? Like, I know that like distance and stuff is important in D&D. So, like, how much does one square mean in terms of
These
distance?
squares are 5 feet a pop.
Alright.
Everybody's in real close. Everybody's in real close.
All right. See, I'm going to say that Bond, by virtue of having really small, tiny gnome feet, is at the back of the group when this happens because he just falls back.
It's fair. Everybody where they want to be? Yes, no.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right. So what we are going to do is use this current turn order as initiative order.
Oh god! All right, then I'll go to the toilet. BRB.
Yeah, do it. Do you? It's all good.
No, I'm poking fun mostly.
All right. So who's it? Let's go to Delta. You start in the order right now. You are confronted with two giant scorpions. These are large beasts who are unaligned. They have blindsight, which is why they arranged this ambush by burrowing into the sand, only to be stepped on by anything large enough to actually allow them to get their metabolism going. They don't really fuck around with anything small. They literally go into like a sand hibernation until something large enough steps onto them that it's worth coming out and eating. Unfortunately, it appears that these are you.
Oh yeah. Oh well. So Delta's response to threats is pretty simple. He uses his class feature Rage. So I basically enter Rage as a bonus action, and it gives me certain benefits if I'm not heavily armored, which I'm not.
Love benefits. Hit me with some bennies.
I have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws, and when I make a melee weapon attack, I can get bonus damage to the roll that gains in levels as I, or gains in power as I gain levels. So yeah.
Sweet. Beat him up. Let's see some
Right.
rolls.
So raging in, and well, I'll tell you what, I'll go there and hit the first one, this dude. So let's see, do I have any weapons? Just unarmed at the minute?
Yeah, I think maybe you could have swindled a club, which is 1d6 plus strength bludgeoning.
Right.
You probably found like a piece of driftwood.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like a chunk of wood that I don't know, somewhere. Yeah. Shut up. Cactus.
Right. Sorry, I'm just going to 1d6
Yep.
plus strength.
Mm-hmm.
So hope this works. Oh, good. A critical fail.
All right, you completely eat shit. You are not used to fighting on the sand at all, and the sand like trips you up in such a way that the scorpion like literally trips you. You are now prone.
Prone to violence.
Ha ha! That's true too.
Okay.
All right, Corbier,
Okie
Montgomery.
dokie. So
Montgomery, you have in front of you a set of scorpions. How will you proceed?
I will proceed. I was gonna back off, but then I just saw Delta take a face plant.
You could
So-
say he has been dealt a bad hand.
Yep. So
Oh,
I will move over here in preparation to possibly assist him. And I will, let's say this close scorpion, I will look for tells on it and just sort of grip my stick a little warily.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You see that that first one? He loves to jitter that tail right before he strikes. Loves it.
I guess I was looking for tails.
Ha ha! Yep. All right.
Tale as old as time.
Beautiful. Yami, where you at?
I'm close.
You got to save the
to-
day. How do you save these guys? They're just
They're-
looking around for tails. That's all they got.
They're super incompetent, which I love. And
Yeah.
sorry,
Wow.
I was
Hmm.
just looking up. Wild shape is an action, or is it a free action?
I think it is an action to do the switch.
Okay then. Well, all right then. That's and I can move first. So
You
I
surely
know.
can.
yeah. So what I'm going to do then is that I am going to move forward. So where the this is my token. Thank you. Before right, and I am going to use wild shape to transform into an original suggestion, which was a giant poisonous snake right in front of them.
Incredible.
Yeah, I can't attack because obviously that's my action.
Right. Bingo.
I'll link the compendium article just.
Merci beaucoup. All right, so you are now a giant snake in front of giant scorpions, in front of
Woo!
everybody's popping. So, Scoo, I think Scoo actually is on a video call. Kid, we're skipping Scoo.
Okay.
Bon, it's up to you.
All right, so I have a question. So can I cast suggestion on one of these things if I'm in them?
Nope, they are not people. They are not suggestible.
All right.
They do just want to like poison you and then eat you very slowly.
So I can move and do an attack or an action, right?
Correct.
So yeah, I move in. I move 30 feet closer to them, I guess, and cast magic missile. Of course, while shouting "Abracadabra." Where is
Classical.
cast spell? My God, that's a lot. Okay, so I rolled a crit. No, I don't roll a crit, do I?
Yeah, you're good to go. You just do eight force damage to this bad boy.
Okay.
Right. Excellent. You've thrown several magical darts at this highly armored scorpion. It's a rude boy though. It's not very concerned by this. What
Rude.
will we do? Rude boy. And now we're back to our ginger gnome, Peleus. What the hell are you about to do with these freaking scorpions though?
That's a good question. I'm considering putting them to sleep.
Hmm.
And I'm considering also using a spell secret. Dun, 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 dun. All right.
God, I love secrets.
I'm going to cast Sleep. It's going to affect 34 hit points, not hit dice, worth of Scorpion. And I'm going to use my spell Secret class feature, one of its abilities, the one that
Ooh.
can be done once every short or long rest. I'm going to change the type of saving throw that they have to make from whatever it was. Oh, they don't have to make a saving throw. Never mind.
Nope.
I don't use a spell secret.
Nope, they don't.
Wah.
Unfortunately, that also is not enough to put either of them to sleep.
What?
That's not good.
These are giant Scorpos, guys. I don't know if I told you.
I don't think.
I guess
How are we gonna do this? We don't even have weapons.
it's good to know. So they have a
Sam
lot
was
of
a
hit points.
pacifist, by the way.
Who needs weapons when you have magic? True facts.
Wow, incredible and true. So up next we've got who?
It's me.
All right, thank you, baby.
I
Sam,
I
you peaceful
I
goober.
do the thing where I take a 5-foot step,
That's called a disengage. Yeah.
and then I'm gonna take the dodge action. I don't.
You hear a scream through the air, and just what you see is that there is such a clear white sky, not a blue sky, a clear white sky. And by fucking God, there is a bird drenched in blood.
Jesus, what happened?
It's literally dripping from every corner of this thing. Like it's splattering from the wings. It's coming off of every talon. Its tail is causing it to kind of go a little bit lefty, righty, because it's so covered in blood. This thing has been slaughtering without you. And now it has found its comforter and its guardian. It arrives within 30 feet of you this turn.
I point up and say, "The disgusting eagles are coming."
That foul, nasty, bloodlusty.
Why can I know what happened? Why is he drenched? Who has he been killing?
He'll explain it to you later, maybe.
Okay.
All you know right now is that this thing is like fully engorged, blood-wise. I mean.
So I think
Oh dear. Okay.
All right. So now you've taken the dodge action. Your hawk has returned.
I think what he's gonna do is he's
Mhm.
just gonna go, like, you see him and he's just heading in a straight line for one of the scorpions.
Absolutely. It's like a fucking feathery bullet
And he shouts,
through the air.
"Quack!" And then he does another weapon. Pecks it.
Excellent.
I
Squawk.
think this is with advantage.
All right. This thing has just been slightly pierced by your attack. It's fucking furious. Furious. All right. It has it's now been skewered by a beak and kind of poked a little bit. This giant scorpion is awful mad. Corbier, are you still hiding behind our half-orc companion?
Our
Did the
half-orc companion's not doing anything?
Wait, what? Did we skip your turn? I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
Delta.
Yeah, I stand up because I'm on the ground.
All right, that takes one opportunity attack. Are you ready
Yep.
for this?
I am born for this sort of thing.
It swings a claw at you and fails miserably, digging it into the surf and turf. I mean, sand under you.
And I growl round to you, 8-legged bastard. And
The scorpion looks around like, do I have that many legs?
Which
Wow.
Delta not that good at counting, clearly.
No, I think you're
their
right.
claws count. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I
no,
think you're
the legs
correct
are
for
it.
sure. Yeah, you're correct for sure. The
In fact,
scorpion
I
is
failed
not very
to
good at
miscount.
math. That's the thing, is that the scorpion is not very good at math. So it's like waving its claws around like, hang on. Wait. Oh.
Oh, good grief. I don't even want that to hit.
All right. It
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't think you added the correct thing to the damage or the attack. Maybe.
Hold on, just double check that.
Mm.
Let's see, attack stat is strength. Yeah, it looks right.
Yeah, but how did you roll a 1 then? How did you get?
That's true. Yeah, maybe that's wrong, but the
Yeah.
attack is fine, which is a fail anyway. I'm sure.
Let me fix it. There we go. All right. We got it fixed. Boom.
Right. Let me just roll that again. Oh, right, you did. Never mind. But that was
Hell,
a
I
fail
already
anyway.
did. Anyway, you pointlessly smash your. This is a desiccated piece of wood. You just crush it on like the carapace. You now have nothing in your hands.
Oh, that's
So,
fine. I didn't want it anyway.
Tough time to be alive, Delta. Tough time.
It always is.
Isn't it though? Montgomery Corbeer. You've just seen your largest companion smash his largest weapon right on the shell of this critter.
Yeah, so I am going to. We are constrained by this area.
Yes.
We're somehow in like a gorge or something.
Man, if you want to do whatever you want to do, you can do it, baby.
I would just like to. I would like to get as far away as I can in this direction.
Successful. Incredible.
So I do that. So however far away I am, and then I.
You're 2 squares outside.
Okay, and then I. Well, having just seen what happened with Delta, I do not think that throwing my stick will do anything. So I merely keep up my close watch on these things.
Right. Okay.
And
You got
hope they don't follow.
Yeah, you get your true strike on. They have no idea what's going on. They're busy tangling with a bird and a snake and an orc, which are all their natural enemies. Yami, can you please tell me where you are in the initiative order? Do you remember what you
I would
rolled?
have been. I would have been asked. Yeah, 3. So
3?
yeah.
Okay, very good.
yeah, I just clarified that for him.
All right,
So
excellent.
I'm really not good at melee attacks. I roll d20 plus my to hit, right?
It would be your proficiency and then the attribute that is relevant. So perhaps it's your strength.
Well, it's not my strength though. It's the giant poisonous strength. Giant poisonous.
Oh,
snake.
right. The giant poisonous snake.
Yeah, and
Got it.
it's I'd be attacking with bite, a melee weapon attack, +6 to hit, reach 10 feet, 1 target. I didn't have to get so close. Oh, that's annoying.
Okay, I've rolled for you. And it sucks. I'm sorry.
Nah, that makes me very sad. All right.
Yeah. R.I.P. Now, do you have another action you can take? Another attack?
No, I don't. That is literally
Okay.
it is bite and bite only. And if I'd hit, I could have done some damage, like multiple, But none of this bullshit. Ugh.
Welcome to D&D.
Yeah.
It's all bullshit.
You can't get the thing you want sometimes. All right, Bon, hit me. Speaking of getting the thing you want, hit me.
All
There
right.
you
So
Is that really all you wanted, Blaze? Kapow! Kablamo!
go. Damn. All right. Well, you guys have won the game. And
We have solved your dual scorpion mystery.
Yeah, and see, I'm pretty sure I should have rolled a d20 plus 6.
Oh, +6. Goodness gracious. All right.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's what I did. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's great.
The roll was a 3, unfortunately, on that one.
Woof. Okay. All right then.
It's a
Yes.
pretty wolf situation. I do have to admit.
Okay.
Pretty
Jesus.
woofy. All right, so
The snake's
Bond,
mad.
Bond, these scorpions are like getting ready to flip out on you personally. They're very upset with you.
All right. Here's what I do then. I cast mirror image right next to them.
Oh my
So
god.
I stare wearing it, and I cast mirror image right next to him. 3 illusory duplicates of yourself appear in space until the spell ends. Duplicates move with you and mimic your actions. You can do this. Fact is real.
Incredible.
So yeah, basically I'm casting dummies so that they don't hit Delta Bad Hand and Scorpions. And
Well, it only protects you.
oh,
Yes.
okay, I rolled a 1.
You did roll a 1. You have to do the magic,
So, hold on.
the wild magic table.
Yeah,
It's
hold
on page 104,
yeah,
the
I'm
player's
gonna-
handbook.
yeah, I have it.
Great. So do that roll. Let us see what happens.
Okay.
It's going
So
to
I
be
roll a
D100.
File, right? So just
You can do square bracket, D100, square bracket.
I love wild magic.
67.
Don't we
so-
all? 67.
You're
You are
frightened.
frightened.
Nearest creature until the end of the turn. Okay, who's the nearest creature to me? The nearest creature to me is myself.
No,
You're frightened of one of your
Okay.
illusions. It's horrifying.
no.
I
You'd
think
be frightened
Chips-
by Chips Keswick. You're terrified by Chips Keswick. That means that you would take your movement to just head on out. Right? Is that correct?
I
Yeah,
think
I
so.
think
I
so.
believe
Yeah.
so.
Bummer.
There we go. All right. Scorpo turn.
Frightened means you have
My
disadvantage
turn,
on
so-
ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. The creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear.
Okay, so it doesn't actually move away necessarily. Check. Thank you. Appreciate
so
it, Bloodshed.
If I can still move, then I would like to move towards the scorpions.
You
and
cannot
hopefully-
move toward it.
Okay.
The words
Towards the scorpions.
towards the scorpions.
Oh yeah. Okay, you can do that.
Yeah, so I can move 25 feet. So wait, which one of these is the real me?
I don't know.
It was the one
No
that was
one
right
knows.
here.
The one that's
No one
the
knows.
furthest back, I think. The one.
Yeah,
that's
it was
First
right here.
mystery.
So yeah. So basically, the scorpions are right next to the illusory knees, and hopefully they will hit them and not the others.
Excellent. All right. Now it's time for the Scorpos. They want to hit illusory you so bad. And there should be one more. Yep. That's a sting. Okay, so the illusory use, the deal is that I have to roll you have to roll a d6, right? D6?
D20.
D20. And then on whatever the thing actually hits you. So let's knock out some of these mirror images. Figure that out.
Yeah. So hold on, let me check the spell thing.
Is a D20.
So I roll 1d20.
Yep. So at the beginning, if you get, let's see, what is that? Okay.
Oh, that's a 20.
So it hits your duplicate. So it destroys the duplicate.
Oh.
And did
Damn.
did the second scorpion hit as well?
Yes.
So another
So I roll
D20.
another d20. Also, I have rolled like 3 or 4 20s today, I think.
I need to borrow your
And
luck.
that also hits a duplicate. So you're
Okay.
down 2 duplicates.
Yeah.
The dupey. So actually, this other scorpion is being confronted by a snake that is not causing it trouble, and a hawk that really isn't.
Oh, I'm
that
sorry.
serious.
What are the rolls? Were the attack rolls 9s?
The attack rolls were 24 and 18.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so this is
Excellent.
just like one scorpion attacking both of the duplicates? Or
Yes,
the two?
each scorpion actually has 3 attacks.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah. They're just gonna eat your damn lunch. 20 does hit, I'm sure. 11 doesn't, I'm sure. So, with that 20, we're gonna roll another d20. Please roll me a d20 for your mirror image, won't you, please?
Would you kindly?
Would you kindly? 4. What happens then, Odd?
That hits him.
Excellent.
Oh, God.
Excellent. Yeah.
All right. So that is how much damage? Heading my way?
We're about to find out.
Yep. 8 damage for you, my friend.
8
Now,
damage.
will you make me a
Ouch.
Constitution saving throw, please?
Hold on. 6.
This thing is gonna kill you outright. Fuck. I'm sorry. R.I.P.
Dead. I am dead. Okay. Constitution saving throw. That is.
You are well fucked, my mate. Just wow, wowie zowie. You take 22 damage. Good
Holy
night,
shit.
Gracie.
Okay. How much? What is the threshold for just straight up dying in this game? Like, there's like.
So the deal is,
you
you would have to go negative 14, and you don't ever go negative. So it's actually very hard. The deal is that right now you are definitely unconscious. You have been sent to
Okay.
0, and you
All
don't
right.
take negative hit points. They would
Oh,
have
okay.
to, like, if this dude did 14 damage to you now, you would die. But
Okay.
so you're unconscious right now. Well and truly owned by this Scorpio.
You do have to make saves, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I have to make a
so
death saving throw, I think.
On your turn, you're going to make a death saving throw. We're going to work that out on your turn. The Scorpios have taken both of their actions. There is a snake, there's a hawk, there is a gnome, there's a human, there's a half-hour orc. What are you guys going to do? Let's hit this with the gnome. Peleus, where you at? What you going to do?
I am going to create not a flaming sphere, not a cold sphere, but an acid sphere.
I love Essence. The festival?
Huh?
I think he said acid.
Acid,
Oh,
yes.
right. Okay. I was thinking about the Essence Festival in New York every year.
So I'm casting my flaming sphere, and I'm using my spell secret this time. Damn it!
Wow.
I'm using both of my spell secret powers. The one that I can use just whenever I cast a spell, the one that's once for short rest. So I'm going to make this a acid damage flaming sphere, and I'm going to make the saving throw for half damage be intelligence and not dex.
Wow.
So think of this sphere of clear liquid as also being kind of a math blasters situation, where you look at it and you have to do the right amount of arithmetic quickly to not take the full brunt of the effect.
All right. So give me the roll for the damage.
It's 7 damage, so the roll was not super duper high, but you have to make them int saves.
Yeah, definitely not. They both had -5.
It's just one. It's just one.
Well, because there's 2 of them, sweetie.
Yeah, but flaming sphere only affects one target, and it sticks around for a while.
Oh, teach me how to Dougie. All right. So this guy is infected by, afflicted rather, by some freaking spheres.
Yeah, every round now as a bonus action, I can for up to a minute, I can keep affecting someone with this acid sphere.
Rude. Okay, so the damage was 3?
7. 7.
7. All right.
7 acid.
7 acid. All right. This particular Scorpo, the other one is feeling so pristine, so clean, so fresh. This one is a little bit worn down. It's grimy. It's sad.
Good.
Good.
All right. Sam, you've
I'm
got
going-
Squawkins in the mix. What you gonna do? baby?
Squawkins has his own initiative.
Oh, what's his initiative?
17.
Oh, yeah, I got it. Okay, good.
I'm
All right,
gonna
it's
move
you.
over here. Now I'm going to. Oh shit. I'm gonna I'm gonna do some sign language over to Squawkins, and he's gonna say
Okay.
Squawk, help, and then I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on what's his face, my space guy.
All right, excellent. You're gonna wake up Fanatical, who now has 4 hit points. Bon, you have just woke up. You've been restored to life by your extremely cool colleague.
Sweet life. Sweet life.
Yeah,
I have 4 health points now.
that is correct. You went from 0 to 4.
All right.
You are still prone. Keep that in mind. That a prone. If you get it from prone, it encourages opportunity attacks from these guys beside you. So you might want to maybe crawl 5 feet and get up.
So is it my turn?
Let's see whose turn it actually is. It is Squawkins's. And then
we're currently in Sam's, and then we're going to whatever you want, and then
oh,
Squawkins.
right. Okay, so it is yeah, Peleus, hit me. Give me that
Again?
juice.
I feel like I just went. All right. Take some more flaming sphere. I'm gonna use that again as a bonus action. I'll just roll this up. Remember to make your int save, or take some 6 acid damage. And I'm also going to cast magic missile.
Goodness.
This guy's not doing so great, right?
That's correct. He's the only damaged Scorpo.
Does he look like really close to dead, or?
He's bloodied.
Oh, okay. So he's gonna take
Bloodied.
all of my magic missile. 11
Goodness.
force damage.
Goodness. He's kind of a mess right now. He's had one of his you know how Scorpos have 8 legs.
Mhm.
He's got maybe 7.
I did as much damage as my initiative value. Yay.
That's beautiful. All right. So we've got Peleus. Squawkins, where you at? What up?
Peck. Squawkins.
My God. Your bird? Okay. Goodness, this freaking beast still stands. Even as you've rocked it with fire and beak, claw and talon, fire and beak. These scorpions are mad wild. It's true.
Like on steroids or something.
Yeah, Sam, you just
They're
went
giant
Scorpos.
scorpion.
That is true. They are giant. Sam, you just went. Scorpos just went. Delta, it's your turn for sure. Like I don't know what happened, but I think Delta, Corbier, and Zoe are due turns. So hit me with that
Okay.
juice.
Well, I will certainly try to. Yeah, I look at the broken end of my driftwood, throw it down, and just charge at the same scorpion with my bare fists.
Nice.
Who knows what's going to happen?
Are you charging
I love
at this
this.
scorpion, this first one right here?
Yeah, the one closest to me.
All right. Hit me with
Okay.
that juice.
So-
The unarmed, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I actually hit. Do it?
Yeah, it has been like, and what's
And
really
I get two extra damage for being in a rage.
You managed to smash the carapace of this thing right over its head, and it stops moving. Maybe it's dead, maybe it's not. You have just like cracked like the actual exoskeleton of this thing. The part they used to live. That's the part that you just broke real bad with like.
Here, that's important.
Yeah, like it's kind of a nut crusher sort of situation. All right, so Corbier, you are confronted with one scorpion that is outside of your immediate range. You have just woke up, haven't you?
No, I was.
No, sorry, that was Fan. All right, so you have just detected some weaknesses, but I believe that was on the first scorpion. Is that correct?
It was. I think people have things well in hand. So I'm gonna flit around and just detect more weaknesses.
Oh wow, Corbier is such a scumbag. Like, if I was capable of higher thought as a snake right now, I think I would think you were a scumbag.
Oh my god, I love this inter-party tension.
You know how
Zoe,
you
Zoe,
mistrustful
eat
of
him.
party
Just
members?
eat him.
So yeah.
Wow, now that's actually a really interesting point because Oddward has been doing these buffs and buffs and buffs. He's not fighting against anything. Now, is he maybe acting against the best interests of the party?
Maybe he's with the scorpions.
Is he working with the scorpions?
Is he two scorpions in a trench coat?
Is he two scorpions in a trench coat?
Maybe he's just not a fighter.
I can see.
I'm pretty sure someone else here said they were a pacifist.
Yeah, I didn't
Hey, I'm
damage
not a fighter,
anyone
and I
either.
took the biggest goddamn hit in this group, so yeah, you don't have an excuse.
I have Squawkins to do the fighting for me.
That is true. That is true. Now, you just did True Strike again, correct?
Yep,
And that's going to be your action?
it is.
I love your cowardly ways. Zoe,
All
I
right.
love you. You are a freaking giant snake.
I am a giant snake. I want to move. 1 second. I want to move to 10 feet away from the giant scorpion. It doesn't really matter which direction I go. You know what? I'm going to go away from the angry bird. So I don't in this direction. If you can actually no. Wait. Sorry, I'm an idiot. To there.
Okay, you've got. All right, yeah, I can move you.
Because I can't move myself.
Right. So what are you? You've made your move. What's your action?
Okay, so what my play is, I'm going to. You're going to love this one, everyone. It's going to be great. I'm going to bite the other scorpion. No!
Are you gonna bite it in the?
No.
Are you gonna bite it in the mandibles like a sort of wild animal kiss?
That actually is what happens, and you guys do like. You're fighting. You're like really. It's life or fucking death because this thing is literally fighting for its life, and you just kiss on the mandible. There's no damage done. You didn't beat its armor class, but you did just kiss it.
All right. So, and as a free action of Wild Shape, I'm going to end the spell. I'm now a human person again
Welcome back.
Yeah, to ruin the initiative once more because I'm tired of missing with bites.
Yeah, you're screwed. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I'm so sorry. R.I.P. Okay, there we
I
go.
think I got for Zoe, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, Fanatical fell out of the order when they
Yeah.
turned into an illusion from.
Oh my God, this is impossible. Fan, what would you like to do?
Yeah. Okay. So I am prone right now, right? Like I'm lying down on the ground.
Yeah,
Got
chilling.
Yeah. So if I move away, like the scorpion gets a free attack on me, right?
If you
Unless you take the disengage action.
Yeah, if you disengage, you can crawl away 5 feet.
All right,
That
and that.
that takes up your movement action. You can take your action to stand at that point.
Okay.
Action.
Hmm.
Action.
Junction. What's your
Well,
fun?
I can either be completely useless and just run away, or I can.
I think it's the other way
this-
around. Disengage
I
is an
can-
action, and if you disengage, then your movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks.
Oh, okay. So basically,
Uh,
I give up any spells, right? Like I can't cast spells.
No, I
or
think-
do attacks.
Well, we used to like disengage an action all the time.
Yeah.
That's a cunning action. If you are a rogue, you can have your cunning action to disengage. If you
My
don't have a
God.
cunning action, disengage is just
So-
a normal action.
Oh no.
Yeah, cunning action is for rogues is a bonus action, whereas disengage is actually a full complete action. What disengage does is you can move it as much as you want. You can use as much of your movement as you want, but you don't provoke attacks of opportunity.
My God.
Okay.
This game
That's
is
an
complex.
entirely different game. Well, it's only complex when you want to do this tactical strategy layer, which is like an interesting, crunchy part of the game. It's much less
So-
complex when you're doing freewheeling negotiations and talking to characters and
Um,
exploration, that sort of thing.
All right, so I can either stay here, attack it with maybe magic missile or something, and hope it dies before its turn, or I can run away. But if I run away, I think it's like, I mean, it can still come towards me, like I am after all. A gnome, so I don't think I can run away
Prone.
out of its reach. Yeah, so I can still cast spells while prone, right?
You can. Yeah, you can.
So I can if I move, I take the damage. So I don't move, and I cast magic missile on it. Yeah, I cast magic missile on it. Hold on. This hits and this dies. 15, I don't
Goodness.
think that beats it. Does that beat its
Not yet. Not yet. That is that's a rude one. All right. So you smash it with the magic missile. Little bits of its carapace fall off, but nothing too integral to its structure. Is a beast.
All right, someone kill it, or I will die again.
Someone kill it, or I will die again. That's pretty epic.
Scoo,
I would
are you
I
out
would
there?
watch that movie.
Hello.
Hey, baby. Do you want to maybe fight some of these scorpions or this scorpion that's in front of you? I can't blame you either
Yeah,
way.
go on, I'll try
All right.
if I have to.
Are you brave enough?
No.
You don't have to.
Yeah, apparently these guys
have
might
to.
have it. Yeah. Oh,
You have
wow.
to.
You do have to. Okay.
Throw your
Okay.
tankard at it.
Apparently I have to, so I'm gonna like we don't have our weapons. I know in my picture he's holding a sword, but that's obviously not right now.
It has been ruled that we can have sticks.
Sticks. Okay, and what are the stats on these sticks?
1d6.
Yeah, it's going to be D6 bludgeoning, but those are not finesse weapons, so your sneak attack will not proc just now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Is it only with finesse weapons?
Yes.
Yeah, in that case I'm gonna move over here and wave a stick at it.
I love it.
If I can click the right button. No, I'm not. But I'm gonna use my inspiration
Ooh,
I had earlier
that's right.
and try again. I guess. Does it work?
Yeah,
like
it
that?
does.
The damage will stay though, I assume.
Correct.
Bang!
That's good.
Yeah, bang and jam.
Hmm.
I heard the crowd screaming out jams. I swear that I'm telling you the facts, and that's how I beat Shaq. You have bloodied this thing. It is missing vital chunks of its invertebrate infrastructure. Thing is half dead. It's scrambling and sort of wiggling in an erratic fashion, not
As-
erotic.
As as my bonus action, I'm going to disengage to here.
Nice bonus. Okay. Very cool. Peleus, you're up. You've got a nasty crab in front of you.
And in the game.
Hmm.
Wow. That is real nasty, though.
Let's see. I'm going
That's
to
nasty.
continue to
I didn't
move
even
my.
think of it like that. Sorry.
No one moved into my acid sphere, right? Because I can't help you if you chose to
Wait,
do that.
there was an acid sphere?
Yeah,
It
it's
was over
been here the
there.
whole time.
I could have used some warning.
Well, it's a 5-foot
I'm
sphere,
wait-
so
Okay. Can
Okay.
can this scorpion do math? Math or 7 acid damage. Come on.
You
Can't you
really
just move your
know.
acid sphere over the other scorpion?
I can move it
you can move it.
up to 30 feet.
Oh, right, that has to do the saving throw.
All right, and now we have the intelligence saving throw, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
It still applies.
hover over
Nah.
It cannot. It takes the full damage. The full.
And the full damage. And I'm also going to do a chill touch.
A
Yeah.
Netflix
Oh.
and chill.
I don't suppose it has 8 AC, does it?
That is almost impossible as the game is written.
Thanks for that.
Yeah,
I
just
appreciate
helping
it.
you out there. Yeah, you really fucked up. Yeah, it's the Scorpo is still alive. It's still kicking. It is like maybe been affected neurologically though. It is really. It's hard to tell with things that are this alien to like human physiology, but you may well have severed nerves or done awful things like that. Squawkins. Speaking of doing awful things, what's up? How you doing, baby?
Squawkins is gonna fly up into the air, and right above the scorpion, and just fly down with its beak pointed downwards.
Jesus Christ. Do you want to give me a roll for that? Yeah, there we go. Hey now. 18 and 9. That's so nasty. All right, you have reduced this thing to scorpion tartare. It is a source of meat. As you guys may know, lobster is basically sea scorpion. So if you just want to eat this bad boy up, he's land lobster.
I don't think that's how it works, but okay.
It is. It truly is how it works. Lobsters are bugs. Lobsters are literally insects. Look it up.
Lobsters and scorpions right now. And there's a post on Arachnoboards, which is apparently a forum.
I know.
Well, there you go.
I'll pass on that.
I'm just gonna never click that link. I'm throwing that out there. Just ain't happening.
I'm gonna cast Thunderwave. Since we're out of the order now. Just because I can.
Okay.
As an attempt to send the scorpion meat flying.
That's gonna affect all of us.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. You kind of explode
Actually,
next to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you kind of explode, and the scorpion meat goes flying, unquestionably.
And I did 15 thunder damage if failed save. So people that are in a 20 foot radius, 15 foot cube, need to make
I might die.
Oh god.
I'm for it.
But wouldn't you have centered it from like the left?
Yeah,
no.
the cube.
No, it has to be on me. So
Yeah.
Okay, so
So-
do I make the save throw or do I not make the save throw?
You make the save, sorry.
All right. This will be the first time that a D&D character has died in the first session.
How far away am I pushed?
what-
10
I don't
to
think
15?
so.
It definitely won't be.
I'll just.
If you fail save, you're pushed 10
Yes!
feet away.
Okay, that's a very good roll.
You still take you still take half damage though.
Oh, half
I
damage?
still die. I still die.
Wait,
I still take 7 damage.
You still fall unconscious.
Yes.
I still die.
God, that
Fall
nearly
unconscious.
killed
unconscious.
Squawkins.
I die.
You're not dead. That's not how this works.
And sorry, yeah. What was the? Okay. All right then. I apologize.
That was the best spell cast.
It's
All
not
right,
the
yeah,
first
you
time.
just like blew everybody the fuck apart. You were like, "Hey guys, please don't eat insect meat. Destroy."
Like,
And I'm
gonna
suddenly
kill
covered
you.
in scorpion bits.
yeah.
Yes.
Like, I'm not even angry about the killing me part. What I'm more angry about is that this thunder wave just blew away all of my frills, and now I don't have any frills on my costume.
That's very true. All the
And that
costume
is-
frills have fallen off.
That is very, very sad.
No,
Well,
I-
it's true for the half of you that was facing Zoe. The back half of you does have all of your frills remaining, so it's not a full frill removal.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah, you've with that thunder wave, you've really soured the opinions of your comrades. I
Right,
believe.
right after
I was,
that happens, Squawkins is just like flying towards you, but then Sam like catches him by its legs, and he's like holding him.
while he's flapping his wings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's like, let me at him.
That's really good. Also, this does point. Thank you, Scoo, for pointing out. Total party frill is what happens when a fan joins your party.
Yeah, and don't worry, Zoe. Whatever you want in our other campaign, he managed to fireball us, like I think more than once.
nice.
So
Oh, Peleus? Yeah,
Yeah.
Peleus has destroyed you guys many. Just
now
delightful.
get
I
this: his
have
character
never
is called
killed
Friendly Fire.
anyone.
So
Never killed anyone.
You
This is
you
slander.
did knock out Quinn's
Quinn.
character, who I
killed
can't
Quinn,
remember.
my
his name.
skeletons.
never forgave him. Never.
You
Quinn was
killed
like,
my
you're,
skeletons.
you're dead in my
Yeah.
mind. You're dead
Not-
to me.
But Quinn's character didn't die.
It's
My
true.
s-
Very
my
much alive.
skeletons
Technically didn't die.
True, but you were dead to Quinn.
Oh,
that true?
Yeah.
amazing.
in
Fair
real
but
life.
fair. Wow.
That's kind of a bummer. I don't want to be dead
Yowzers.
Quinn.
Oh, baby.
Just
So good.
trying
We
to-
love you.
Just trying to have fun. Oh.
Oh, oh,
It got all emotion here.
oh, poor baby. Yeah, it's emotion side B. Carly Ray.
Sympathy for a murderer.
Oh,
Yeah,
dear.
Blaze, I have to probably go very, very soon. So
All right, it is time for us to go. It is in fact the end of the first session. You guys have found your way halfway through to Red Mesa, the city, where you may yet find sanctuary, where you may yet find food, where you may yet find water. But we will only find out next session.
Is it a bad time for me to say that I can create or destroy water?
Could be helpful. Could be.
Oh my god.
Maybe.
We're all like, water! And you're just sipping from a little flask.
Yeah.
This stuff? Is this what you call water?
Well, as I say, I'll leave it for next time.
Oh my god.
No, I'll be on time this time. Next time even.
Yeah,
Water
no
is
worries.
a non-issue for me as well.
Oh, is that because you're two dogs in a trench coat?
I'm just salivating.
I think
myself
dogs
now.
need
Dogs
water.
do drink water, yeah. Blaze, if you have not
Oh,
given
wow.
your dog
Oh,
water in a while,
damn.
please see to that
Banjo.
immediately.
Banjo, are you okay?
Banjo, why are you powder now?
No! My dog is a duck tag. Who made my dog into a dust hat?
You would have.
Damn. I
Banjo,
think my
stop,
wife is making me pancakes. Holy shit.
stop playing Powder Banjo.
That's a good movie, though. Have you ever seen Powder 2?
I'm making this up.
Powder 2 is a real thing, and you need to see it. Very bad. Hang on. Yeah, it's Powder 2. Powder to the People is the name of the. Yeah.
I like that.
That's not a thing.
No,
That's
the hell.
a thing.
The hell, motherfucker. You better
I-
watch this shit.
I really liked Powder 3: The Revengeance.
Oh, what?
No, listen, you shut the fuck up. We're all getting off this chat so you can watch Powder to the People. Goodbye. I love you. Goodbye. Watch
Bye,
this
everyone.
now. Goodbye.